with true friendships, and with yourself. We're treating erectile dysfunction with the least invasive, most advanced treatment options. We've been the local support team helping men get that spark back, in the bedroom, on the job, at the gym, and everywhere life takes you. To celebrate this season of connection, we're giving away free B12 at our Montgomery clinic with every office visit for those who medically qualify. Our commitment is to take care of men, because men who feel alive will change the world. Don't wait to experience the difference our team at Montgomery Men's Health can make. Do it for your career. Do it for your family. Do it for your love life. Do it for you. Because the most meaningful present you can give is a man who is fully present. To give the gift of you this year, call now, 334-440-3663, or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com to set up a consultation and lab panel today.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
After damning politicians uphill and down dale for many years as rogues, vagabonds, frauds, and scoundrels, I sometimes suspected, like everyone else, I often expect too much of them.
What the hell are we doing here?
We are behaving the way a superpower ought to behave.
Well, our behavior has produced some crappy results.
You never want a serious crisis to go to waste. And what I mean by that, it's an opportunity to do things that you think you could not do before.
Thank you, Dr. Pepper, and thank you, Chancellor, or Dr. Paper, and thank you, Chancellor.
If we lose freedom here, there's no place to escape to. This is the last stand on earth.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
Joey Clark.
Welcome into News and Views in the afternoon. I'm your host, Joey Clark. He's Eddie Bader. How you doing today, Eddie?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Joey?
I'm doing all right.
Good to see you last night.
Good to see you last night. It was a good night there at the bomb hours. It really was.
It really was. It was great to see Jane and Mark Clark. They came out. It's great to see everybody, really. Rosie looked great.
Absolutely.
Greg looked very festive in his red sweater.
Oh, yeah. He looked good.
He did. He really
and then
did.
You and I both admit a certain picture was taken.
Whew. We got some bad angles on that,
Man,
Joey.
I look like a fat ass. Excuse me, pardon me. I look like a butter mountain. What did you look like?
Pretty like a large Marge. Not a very flattering angle. Was there
Marge.
food in front of us at the time?
Oh, there was a pile of bacon cheese fries. There were a few other baskets of fries, wings galore, and I had a beer or two.
Yeah.
And he hit that right angle. Oh, my goodness. I'm like, dadgum, that's how I look? Oh, no.
And that's what I thought. I looked at that picture, and I was like, But then I look at other pictures. I usually don't look that bad.
Right.
So I had to blame the angles.
And I'll tell you what, though, Eddie, while we were all fat and happy last night at the bomb hours, celebrating so much, and it's really cool to know that a lot of those folks there at bomb hours, what, have they been showing up for 10 years?
Oh,
11, 12 years?
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. Like, good to see Mike
and Sally.
Mimi. Saw Mimi the other night.
Met some new people,
Charles
too.
Hollis.
Met Randall.
Oh, yeah.
A different Randall.
Yeah.
Yeah. And his mom. There's some great people out there.
So many great folks. But while we were over there fat and happy,
Yeah.
apparently the American National Security State insisted with enough members of Congress, senators and representatives both, that we don't need this pesky thing called the Fourth Amendment.
What?
I mean, that's for your, local police to have to go get a warrant.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
I think the ladies that were on Alabama Unfiltered hosting earlier were getting into this.
I heard a little bit of that action. I was very disappointed to hear.
Now, it was just passed in the House, but it was Representative Aderholt, Representative Carl, so Robert Aderholt, Jerry Carl, Mike Rogers, where I'm not surprised by Mike Rogers at all, and then Dale Strong, which I don't know Dale, but I'm not surprised because, he's in that district up there that relies on a lot of military spending. All of them in the House voted for the NDAA with the 702 extension. This is the FISA
Yeah.
spying extension where they can essentially, collect your information.
Without you even knowing. Then later on use it against you.
But the real fight, Eddie, was in the Senate. The real fight was definitely in the Senate. And I thought that Mike Lee might be onto something. I thought that Senator Paul might be onto something. They had an opportunity because the whole NDAA has plenty of stuff in it. This is why they use it as a vehicle. Has plenty of stuff in it that everybody agrees should be done.
Sure.
Like a pay raise for the troops.
Yeah, but you know what the original was? 30%. You know what they ended up getting?
30%.
That was the original promise. Marjorie Taylor Greene put that out there. That's why she said she originally voted on the first one, because there was a 30% pay raise for our military. Man. They didn't even get half that, Joe.
But there was an opportunity. I believe it was presented by Mike Lee and Rand Paul. I think it was Rand Paul's point of order.
Okay.
But Mike Lee laid out the case. They had an opportunity to pass the whole NDAA, but strip it of FISA 702 reauthorization.
Well, there we go. That's what the people want.
Yeah, but they had to get over 40 senators. They had to get 41 senators.
You couldn't get 41 senators to agree to that, Joey?
No, they came up shy. They only got 35. Wow. Now, one of those 35 that joined with Senator Lee and Paul and many other liberty lovers is Tommy Tuberville.
Tubbs?
Coach Tuberville helped out. Coach Tuberville won
proud. That's good to know.
That makes me very proud.
That's good to know.
But here's Mike Lee essentially making the case. This is yesterday on the floor, what they were trying to do. We still want to pass the whole NDAA. We want to fund the military. We want to pay the troops. We want to do all these things. But we do not want to reauthorize Section 702 of FISA because it has been abused. It will continue to be abused. I'm so tired of hearing, good faith representatives. I remember frickin' Liz Cheney on these airwaves back during the Dan Moore show. Oh, we're looking into certain reforms and all this stuff. Apparently, if you're a hawk or you're beholden or you love the military, you could give a damn about Americans' Fourth Amendment rights. Now, I want to use stronger language.
I bet you do.
Because I'm so tired of this idea. If an idea is popular enough, then you have no liberties.
Right.
The people, and certainly the people's representatives, can vote on anything under the sun. Nothing is inalienable. Nothing is sacred. If it's popular enough in the eyes of the people, or even if it is unpopular in the eyes of the people, but it's not popular enough within the halls of Congress or the bureaucracy, then, of course, we can do away with this. But here's Mike Lee giving an opportunity to actually uphold our Fourth Amendment rights.
Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act has been widely, infamously, severely abused over a long period of time, to the point that literally hundreds of thousands of American citizens have become victims of what I refer to as warrantless backdoor searches. The Fourth Amendment's not there to protect them. It's not there to protect our foreign adversaries operating on foreign soil. No, it's there to protect the American people. The American people against their own government. One of the biggest things we're concerned about here is that on literally hundreds of thousands of occasions, innocent, law-abiding Americans have been subjected to what we call a backdoor warrantless search, whereby someone at the FBI or another agency enters in information. They know that Bob Smith has a certain phone number or a certain email address or some other identifier. They know that Bob Smith is a U.S. citizen. And they go in and they search for communications in the 702 database pertaining not to a foreign terrorist, not to an agent of a foreign power outside the United States, not to a foreign adversary in any way outside the United States, but to Bob Smith, the law-abiding American citizen. In that circumstance, that's a problem. It's a problem to go into that without a warrant. That stuff is there not just for the government's curiosity. Now, deep down, folks at the FBI appear not to disagree with that, at least in the sense that they try mightily to convince us that they're already preventing warrantless backdoor searches.
Do we believe that at all? Do we believe that, Eddie?
Nope.
No, I think they're actually engaging in things like parallel construction.
Exactly what they're doing.
Where we got the info illegally,
right.
We couldn't submit it in court, so we came up with a fishing story, a tall tale, if you will,
right,
on how we actually got the information or the evidence so we could present it in court.
Didn't happen that way.
They've been doing that for ages now. But let's let Mike Lee finish here.
Of American citizens' private communications on that database. In fact, they've been doing this with me. I've been in the Senate along with my friend and colleague, the junior senator from Kentucky. We've both been here for 13 years. The entirety of that time, I've served on the Senate Judiciary Committee. The entirety of that time, I have questioned FBI directors and other people within the government, asking them about what happens with this 702 database, particularly as it relates to private communications that are stored in the 702 database of American citizens and searches involving American citizens. Over and over and over again for 13 years, like deja vu all over again. I got the same variation of the same set of answers. Don't worry, you've got nothing to worry about. We have really good procedures in the United States government. Yeah. We follow those procedures. We take them seriously. We're professionals, and we will not mess with your information. And yet, again and again and again, every single time they make that promise, it's like it's a curse, because it gets worse every single time they say it.
It really does. Again, that is Senator Mike Lee, and there was an opportunity for the United States Senate to, yes, pass the NDAA, but take out the FISA program's reauthorization. It essentially lets the American government act like the British tyrants that we seceded from, that we fought a revolution against. And one of the biggest abuses, not only by the British Crown and Parliament back then, but by governments the world over, is no respect for you, no respect for your privacy. They find it inconvenient that they must have a warrant that is discreet, that is actually proven in court, backed up by a judge. They want a dragnet of information that they claim, well, we won't use it. Well, if you ever rock the boat, they'll use it. If you ever challenge them, they'll use it. Say, if you ever buy, now many of us will have the opportunity to do it, if you ever buy Twitter, it won't just be, them using the FISA program on you. They'll be probably using every regulatory agency to take you and your business down, while their buddies in the media smear you left, right, and center.
So is this just the new American credit score? Instead of like they do in China, where, Joey, your social credit score is X? Is this how they're going to kind of grade our credit score, our social credit score? Joey, you can't drive today, so we're going to turn your car off. Or Joey, you've been running your air conditioner a little bit too much, so you got to sweat it out a little bit today.
Right.
We'll cut that off.
Well, so what they did is they had this opportunity. They needed 41 senators.
Right.
They got 35. I'm very proud of Alabama's senior senator, Tommy Tuberville.
Yep.
Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Coach.
100%.
I'm very disappointed, though I like her very much. I'm incredibly disappointed in Alabama's junior senator, Senator Katie Britt.
100%.
It's one thing to fight for a strong military, for the interest of this state, to look out for this state. But I'm so tired of Republicans being elected to high office from this state who don't seem to have a care for your liberties. They do it in the name of pragmatism. They do it in the name of efficiency. They do it in the name of security or practicality or necessity. But some things the people nor the representatives have a right to vote on. They are natural rights given to you by God. And if we don't agree on that anymore, if we don't agree on that basic principle that we're all equal in the eyes of God, then no wonder the system's falling apart. Because we clearly don't agree on that anymore. We don't seem to agree at all that there might be rights and values, independent, that precede any government that's ever created. And instead, we've fallen into the same trap that has bedeviled society after society, community after community, that those who have power and authority are the moral arbiters of that society, of that community, just because they have power and authority. And again, they can say, oh, we mean well. We're trying to keep you safe. Don't you know there's another crisis? What's the line we always play, Eddie?
A serious crisis to go to waste.
Yeah.
True.
And what I mean by that, it's an opportunity to do things that you think you could not do before.
Why the heck are we continuing to try to fund all these wars abroad? Often funding both sides of the wars, while Americans' liberties back at home that you're supposed to be keeping safe from the rest of the bad guys around the world. It seems like the bad guys are in Washington, D.C. But why are we acting this way?
What the hell are we doing
What the hell are we doing?
We are behaving the way a superpower ought to behave.
Well, our behavior has produced some crappy results.
I'm tired of being a superpower. I'm tired of being the so-called hegemon of the world, the arsenal and defenders of democracy worldwide. Because it seems the more we defend democracy worldwide, the more we lose it here at home. And give liberty a bad name in the process. So I'm disappointed. Yeah, and pissed off.
You should be.
Because it's more of the same crap year after year. Will this be a deal breaker for any of these representatives? For Representative Aderholt? For Carl? For Rogers? For Strong? Will it be a deal breaker for Senator Britt when she's up for re-election many moons from now? Probably not. But it should be.
Should be.
But unless Americans start to remember their birthright, their God-given rights, and guard those rights and liberties jealously, they're going to continue to get what, well, we've been having and the road we've been going down for a while now. Absolute crying shame. I guess we need 6 more in the Senate. 35 is a good number.
6 more sets.
We are denied perfection on this side of Eden, but 35's an improvement, too, over years past. But it should have been done. And it's just a shame that it's not. 272-9228. And that's the trouble, Eddie. I don't think it's just our representatives or our senators who don't give a damn for liberty. I think it's the American people, too. It's too abstract. Liberty to the average American is now, what can I get? What can you do for me? As opposed to upholding something that might be, close to a universal standard. But that's politics for you. It rips everything apart, puts it back together and says, oh, look, isn't it the same as it always was? No. We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. With PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
I'm here with Miss Dot at the Eastbrook Flea Market and Antique Mall. Dot, the place is looking festive.
Yes, Christmas is definitely here.
I can see lots of things around here that would be great for Christmas.
The booths are stocked with everything you need for the Christmas season. And we enjoy your visits to see us and helping us keep up all those old good traditions and maybe starting a few new ones. But we love seeing each and every one of you.
What if somebody's looking for a special gift?
We've got the china, of course, and the crystals and the furniture, and we have the vinyl records and silver plate and jewelry and whatever else you think you want.
All right, Dot, give us those hours of operation.
Monday through Friday is 10 until 6. Saturday is 9 until 6. And Sunday is 12:30 to 4:30.
That's the Eastbrook Flea Market and Antique Mall, 425 Coliseum Boulevard. And from Miss Dot and Mr. Gary and the McDaniel family, they wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thanks for shopping Eastbrook.
Hey folks, remember the good old days when Christmas gifts had us playing outdoors? Well, these days, kids only ask for an electronic device that keeps them cooped up inside. So, parent or grandparent, take charge this Christmas and get the entire family enjoying the great outdoors with a Hammerhead go-kart by Polaris from CTE Outdoor Power. Now, everyone knows go-karts are fantastic family fun, and whether it's a small kids cart, a medium-sized youth model, or a large full performance machine for teens and adults, Hammerhead carts have the quality, safety, and performance you expect from Polaris. Don't have a place to hide a cart until Christmas? No problem. Whether you take advantage of our 0% interest financing, layaway, or purchase your Hammerhead cart, CTE will store the cart through December 23rd. So call, click, or come by today and reserve your Hammerhead at CTE Outdoor Power, I-85 at Perry Hill Road, and CTEOutdoorPower.com.
Hey, Doc, nice office. Quick question. If you had to choose, would you give yourself a root canal or run payroll?
Run payroll, no question.
Seriously? Well, have you run payroll before?
Paying my team with Gusto couldn't be easier. Gusto gives me unlimited payroll runs, next day direct deposits, and automatically files my taxes. Saves me time.
Wow, that's nice.
Over here, Doc. Can I run payroll too?
Choose payroll without the pain. Visit gusto.com/radio to sign up for free.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure for max strength daytime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. DayQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure. The daytime, non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
Trustworthy, accurate, immediate. Carrying your voice across the river region. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back to News and Views in the afternoon. 272-9228. I'm your host, Joey Clark. My patriotic friend here on the screen with me is Eddie Bader.
How you doing, Joey?
Doing all right, and we are now live streaming.
That's right.
The show on the X platform at the Joey Clark on Facebook. Just look Joey Clark up on Facebook or News Talk 93.1 FM on Facebook, and then also YouTube. Joey Clark Live. Joey Clark Live on YouTube. Like and subscribe. And Gumtown John says you can't just merely like and subscribe. You have to smash that like button.
There you go.
And then subscribe. Good reminder there.
Yeah, I turned a few people onto it last night. They were telling me when they get north of Clinton.
Yeah,
they lose
get
us.
out of
And
signal.
I go, hey,
yeah.
here's an idea. Why don't you bust up the live stream? I said, you don't have to watch it while you're driving, but you let it play. Great idea.
And yes, we're aware of the hum. We're working on the hum. The hum has become the bane of my existence, if that makes any sense.
You don't appreciate a good hum?
No.
Too bad.
We added another syllable. Hey, William.
Hey.
How you doing?
How you doing, William?
All right. Yeah, I've heard about the insurance thing in Montgomery. It's awful.
Oh, what we were talking about yesterday with the retired employees?
Yes.
It's got a lot of people fired up. I don't know.
Well, you know, there was a town in Michigan. They told the city council they didn't want the Chinese plant, and they went ahead and did it. And now the people took the government back. They had a recall on the city council and the mayor. They got them all out of the office, and the citizens went and changed the blocks from City Hall.
Where was this at?
So, Michigan.
Michigan.
Okay.
Interesting.
You can look it up. It's on YouTube.
All right, we'll do that.
And,
I wish they'd do that again now.
Yeah, the council and the mayor have a big decision to make next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Larry Stevens or somebody, Greg Liddell or Terry Adams could start a grassroots movement. And we got the power to take back our government. We just can't give up.
No, not giving up, just getting frustrated.
Yeah, but maybe this insurance can be dealt with. You know, these people shouldn't be screwed like that. No.
Well, if promises were made, then promises need to be delivered. That's all there is to that.
Yeah, but would it be a government if they didn't break a few promises?
Oh, that's true.
I mean, what's good of having impunity if you don't use it every once in a while?
Well, maybe somebody can start a grassroots movement. I don't know. I probably would donate money to it.
William, a lot of people have got to move back actually into Montgomery then.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. People are leaving Montgomery on the regular.
Well, that's awful.
Yeah.
Hey, but we got that water park now. Maybe that'll attract folks. I appreciate the call, William. Really do.
See you, bud.
Well, look up that Michigan town. It's on. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
buddy.
272-9228.
I think I remember hearing about that. I don't remember what town in Michigan, but yeah, they took it back, which is good. But also, I saw, where was this? I'm going to say France, but it might not have been France. But where the farmers were so frustrated with the politicians, they went and got their poop spreaders, and they parked it in front of City Hall, and they turned them on. It was just slinging poop all over City Hall.
Yeah. Now, somebody called up and asked for a number?
Yeah, they were looking for Katie Britt's office number.
In D.C. there.
Yes.
You got it?
I do have it. I have the one that's on the Google.
Okay.
All right. What's your number again, Joey? No, I'm just kidding. 202 is the area code. 224-5744. And that's a number we all should have. You should be able to talk to your representative whenever you want to. But when times like this come up and you have an opinion, positive or negative, I think you should call.
It's 202-224-5744.
That's it.
Well, and, my advice, folks, is don't yell and scream or anything. Actually, the language I would use is just, I just want y'all to know, I think y'all are largely doing a good job, but we're incredibly disappointed that you're not standing up for the Fourth Amendment. We're just incredibly disappointed that you're continuing to let this unaccountable government remain unaccountable and spy on Americans in violation of their God-given rights. We're disappointed. There are going to be votes we like and votes we don't like. And the ones we don't like, we need to make it known. I'm so tired that this has become an issue that is now, 2 decades old? Ever since after the crisis of 9/11?
Right. And who's on the losing end of that? The American people.
Yeah.
For 2 decades. And it continues.
So if you want to call up Senator Britt's office and say
202-224-5744.
We're disappointed. 272-9228. If you want to join the program, hey, even call in if you're disappointed with us. But if you're disappointed with how fat we've gotten.
Well, you just look at the comments.
Yeah, just look at the comment section. We're getting ribbed plenty. Like Romex Angler says, what irony, Joey referring to Humpty Dumpty. Well, the truth is, Romex Angler, I did fall off a big old wall. I fell to pieces, and King's Horses and King's Men did put me back together again, and thus you get this ugly mug.
A lot of J.B. Weld there.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I still deal with it.
You see the comments? That's just love, Joey.
Yeah.
That's just love. They don't like what I wear. They don't like when I'm fat. They don't like it when I'm not here. They like it.
Yeah, there's no pleasing these people. But the good thing is, we're not running for office. We don't have to kiss their backside.
No, they remind me, honestly, of all 3 of my ex-wives. They're all right there.
What, you have 3 ex-wives?
I feel like it, but no, I don't really have any.
You don't have any ex-wives?
Not really, no.
Okay.
I have some women that would probably like to see me dead.
Wait, we're not talking about your sisters, right?
Yeah, well, I didn't even include them. Which, hey, I'll be seeing all them this weekend.
Yeah, somebody asked me the other day, is Eddie, may I have exes? I'm like, I don't think he does.
I
think he's got girlfriends.
All my exes live, they live all over the world.
Actually, it's not just Texas.
No, a military brat. So.
Right. You got some in Turkey. Yeah.
I had my heart broken all over this world, Joey.
Yeah, for a second, it's like, we got to arrange this marriage pretty quick here.
All over the world, women will break your heart, Joey. It ain't just here.
Oh, so that's who Daft Punk was singing about with Around the World?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Eddie.
I'm telling you, man.
Just setting up franchises all over.
I'll never forget you, Devin Duchess. You broke my heart.
Devin Duchess, what a name.
I know.
Where was that?
Turkey.
In Turkey?
Yeah.
Was she like an Air Force brat, too?
Yeah, Air Force brat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, I love when people who shouldn't necessarily meet, but they're kind of peers, they kind of cross it. Like somebody's a State Department brat.
Yeah.
And then like a military brat. And they kind of get together. That's good. That's always a good romantic
You could always
story.
tell whose parents were on the DL there in Turkey. They they worked for a government agency, and they you didn't ever get to go to their house. Their kids got to come to your house, but you never got to go to their house.
Well, and we can look on the bright side of things. We can ask for the good stuff in life. So, even though the American empire is leaving us impoverished, reducing our standing in the world and reducing American liberties back here at home, at least some people can fall in love while they're doing the job.
It happens. I think I'm sure there's a number out there. How many people on the job met their wife or better half?
How'd you meet your ball and chain? Oh, the Foreign Service.
Mm-hmm. Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
We were writing secret cables for Secretary Clinton, and
that sounds like a Hallmark movie.
I realized I liked her syntax just as much as my own, and wow.
It's a nerd holiday.
Indeed. This part of the program brought to you by Cole Plumbing. And there at Cole Plumbing, James Cole and his team are ready to help you with all sorts of plumbing problems. Of course,
buddy.
Those big emergencies like a burst pipe inside or outside your home, they can get that job fixed quickly. They understand time is of the essence, and they can do it without tearing out a bunch of drywall.
Yeah.
Or digging up a huge hole in your yard. They can do it with
mess.
precision and expertise. They've got this proprietary pipelining technology, second to none, that can get that job done well. And of course, they can help you with everyday problems, from a clogged drain.
Mm-hmm.
If you might want to try Drano once.
Oof. Let me tell you some negatives.
But if that doesn't, it strips pipes down. Oh, I get it.
Takes a layer off, if you know what I mean.
Now, if you put a little bit of that in there and your clog's gone, okay.
Good for you. You
Good,
got lucky.
yeah. But if you don't pour the whole daggum bottle down there and expect anything to work very well.
No.
Cole Plumbing can help you with those clogged drains. They can help you with low water pressure.
Yes.
They can help you if you want to upgrade to, say, a tankless water heater system or run a new water line if you're renovating your property. They can do it all there. Even like gas line leaks or a broken sump pump. They really can do it all there at Cole Plumbing. So you can always go to coleplumbing.com. But I recommend you call them up. 279-8919. That's 279-8919. And just remember, folks, when you have trouble with your bowl,
call on Cole, Joey.
Why did you sound like, what's the Mr. Hanky? From South Park there for a second. Or no, you sounded like Tally.
Idaho. Well, Idaho.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Make 2024 the year you break away from the chain stores and join us here at Adams Drugs. We value your business and want to provide you the best customer service at the lowest possible price. We've been serving up excellent customer service here in the River region for over 62 years.
I made the swap to Adams Drugs and I couldn't be happier. Having a job and then getting 3 kids to all of their activities keeps me busy. I don't have an hour to waste waiting on a prescription. At Adams, they know me and my family. I get in and out in minutes, and when I can't get by Adams, they'll bring the prescription right to my door.
What are you waiting for? Come in to Adams Drugs and let us earn your business. Our friendly and personal staff will talk with you and answer any questions you may have about your prescriptions. Your satisfaction is our #1 goal. Visit us at adamsdrugs.net for the location nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local independent Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
This is your roving reporter, and today I'm talking with a famous broadcaster.
Hey man, what's happening?
Now, I understand you radio people move a lot, is that correct?
Yeah, sometimes.
Well, how does this affect your taking care of your retirement money?
Oh man, I don't give that a second thought because my buddy David Ernest, he's my money man.
Your money man?
With the money plan.
I see.
So no matter where I go up and down the dial, David has my back, you know?
I'll bet you know some phone numbers our listeners could call to talk with
of David Ernest. 334-279-7431 or 205-479-0839. And he has a website at retirewithernest.com. Hey, you're on top of it today, man. I also understand that you hold some sort of a record in broadcasting. Yes, I was the first person to put together a show with myself, a duck, a chicken, and a goose. But it didn't last long. We got taken off the air.
Why were you taken off the air?
Too much foul language, man. Oh my, I wasn't crazy about that one myself.
This holiday season is about more. Not more presents and shopping, more you. That's why at Montgomery Men's Health we're celebrating the season of connection. Connecting with your family, with true friendships, and with yourself. We're treating erectile dysfunction with the least invasive, most advanced treatment options. We've been the local support team helping men get that spark back. In the bedroom, on the job, at the gym, and everywhere life takes you. To celebrate this season of connection, we're giving away free B12 at our Montgomery clinic with every office visit for those who medically qualify. Our commitment is to take care of men, because men who feel alive will change the world. Don't wait to experience the difference our team at Montgomery Men's Health can make. Do it for your career. Do it for your family. Do it for your love life. Do it for you. Because the most meaningful present you can give is a man who is fully present. To give the gift of you this year, call now, 334-440-3663, or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com to set up a consultation and lab panel today.
Weather is brought to you by the Johnny Adams Law Firm.
Weather can change quickly here in Alabama. Stay on top of the latest weather developments with the Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by the Johnny Adams Law Firm.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. It's been a very quiet week so far, and sometimes in December that doesn't happen. For today, it will become mostly sunny. Temperatures not bad for December, 61 for a high today. Mainly clear, kind of chilly tonight, low 37. Lots of sunshine on Friday, still dry, high in the upper 50s. Much of Saturday will be dry, but the risk of scattered showers returning by Saturday evening, Saturday night, and into Sunday. Upper 50s for a high Saturday, near 60 on Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
For the lowest prices around on flooring and DIY flooring installation supplies, Budget Floors & More is your new best friend. Luxury vinyl plank, carpet, ceramic tile, floor installation supplies, and more with prices lower than the big box stores. Budget Floors & More, Hunter Lane across from Del Rey Publix.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Welcome back to News and Views on a Thursday. Hey, 272-9228 if you want to call us.
Give us a holler.
Before we get back into some of what's going on in the news, as part of the program, brought to you by Bo Goodson and the Goodson Group. And they're the Goodson Group. Bo and his team are ready to help you. Whether you're looking to buy or sell property here in the River Region real estate market, Bo's been working that market for over 4 decades. And not only can they help you with buying or selling your home, they have management services available if you want to rent out that home. And rental investment's a great idea in this market. Really is, but it can be a pain in the butt to do yourself. Why not for a reasonable fee have the pros there at the Goodson Group? The pros with all that experience do it for you. And then the crown jewel there, and where Bo's experience really comes into play, is at the Bo Goodson Real Estate School, one of the most highly acclaimed real estate programs here in Alabama, because Bo makes it a very interactive course. And you really are learning from the good, the bad, and the ugly. He's been through it all over 40-plus years. And when you look at the people who have graduated from the Bo Goodson Real Estate School, they've been doing this for years now, still meeting on Thursday nights for, I think, the same fee, which is amazing. But all these folks, whether as more knowledgeable private players or as fully licensed realtors, have gone on to great success after taking the Bo Goodson Real Estate School course. So check them out today. You can always go to thegoodsongroup.com. That's thegoodsongroup.com. Or give them a call at 551-0225. That's 551-0225. Bo Goodson and the Goodson Group. Great sponsor here of News and Views in the afternoon. Now, shifting gears.
All right. Going down a gear?
Well, I'll give you a few options.
All right.
There's been a few town halls now this week, I believe. One with Ron DeSantis, another last night with Vivek Ramaswamy on CNN.
You go anywhere, Joey.
We'll get to those in a second. We could do that now.
Okay.
There's also Peter Ducey calling out Mean Green Gene about Biden, and then AOC saying there's not a single witness to allegations against Hunter Biden.
I saw that one last night.
This is just storytelling at this point.
There were people around her that started backing up because they were for sure thought she was fixing to get struck by lightning. That girl was lying so hard.
Jim Jordan's out there saying Biden went from no involvement to participating in phone calls to not having financial involvement. You keep moving the goalposts here,
Well, that's
man.
Biden. Remember, he tells a different lie every day.
Zelensky talking about ceding territory to in the world of
I know we gave him some money, right?
Is it in the NDAA? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, Katie Britt, why are we doing that to Ukraine? Why are we giving them the money that we're never going to get back?
Because we got to spend all this money on a bad idea, where the bad
bad
idea will
ideas?
get worse.
You know what?
So the bad idea will stay kind of bad.
Yeah.
But if we don't fund the bad idea, then the bad idea will get worse. See, the way you work in Washington and in life is you don't go for what's good. You go for what's least bad. Isn't that a way to live?
Not a good way to live, Joey. Even I don't live that way.
Now, we could get into all of that, but there's also something that's gone viral.
All right.
Jill Biden is out again this year with her presentation of the White House Christmas
I
decorations.
think I saw a little something on that, too.
Did you see the tap dance?
I have not. I just saw comments of it being ludicrous.
Okay, so
Without
you haven't
ludicrous being
seen
there.
this yet.
Yeah. I just saw, I think, a still photo of it. And it did not look like Christmas to me.
It's colorful.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet. Here's Jill Biden, though. She said on the X platform that a bit of magic, wonder, and joy brought to you by the talented tappers at the Dorrance Dance.
That looks like the opening of a different video, Joey.
Performing their playful interpretation of the Nutcracker Suite. One of your favorites, though, right?
Not really.
It isn't?
No, but that looks like the opening of WAP.
I don't know if we should go there. Well, here, how about this?
It does.
We'll play it for the audience, especially those on the live stream. If you can watch, go to YouTube. That's Joey Clark Live on YouTube.
Like and subscribe. It's free.
And let's check this out. Whoa, what the heck is that? That guy, I'm sorry. If you're a man, you're not allowed to be that happy.
That is a dude right there, and he's got a big purple flower on his head and some kind of jumper on.
Do you think we could pull off a video like this?
Not and ever be taken seriously, no.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we should think about that.
Let's keep going with it. And look, all the columns are candy canes. And what the heck is this like an Eyes Wide Shut masquerade ball?
That's what it looks like.
What the heck? Why is her mouth open so much?
Candy canes?
Let's keep going. I can't anymore.
I don't get it. I'm sure it's some type of interpretation that I just don't
stuff,
get. Yeah.
And it's like whatever.
But that opening scene looked like the opening of WAP.
Did?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up.
Well, you keep that to yourself because we don't have a mop and bucket around here. Let's go to Soldier Boy. Hey, Soldier Boy.
What's the password?
Password.
Password. Eyes wide shut. What's password?
Password.
Oh, you don't know the password, huh?
Password.
It's password? Oh, I'm sorry. It is password.
Yeah.
Are we doing an Abbott and Costello bit here?
Joey's like, what the hell are they talking about? Hey, I just want to thank everybody, including the taxpayers out there today. They are, I always say, take care of your family first before you take care of your neighbors.
Yeah.
Well, Congress approved a 5.2% pay increase for all active military and retirees.
Down from the 30% that they originally promised.
Well, I don't know about that.
Oh, yeah. It's in there. That's the whole reason Marjorie Taylor Greene voted for it the first time.
Really?
That's her words, not mine. Yep.
Wow. But I remember when Mr. Barack was in office, man, we were getting, and Jimmy Carter, 1.2%, 1.5%. I was like, oh, you got to be freaking kidding. Just keep it, dude.
But you know
But
what?
You know the best,
Soldier
the
Boy.
best pay raise was Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, but
Big Ronnie.
right now they're looking for recruits left and right. They can't get them.
Oh,
So
God,
don't think
are
this
they?
isn't a part of, hey, we give out good raises too.
Absolutely. There's very good, Eddie. You saw the connection. There's got to be a connection there somewhere.
Follow the money, brother.
Could you imagine if we had to go to war right now and they had a draft? They said 3/4 of the people that are eligible for the draft couldn't even pass the weight limit.
I'm going to take a hot take on that. I wish we had a draft right now. Sure, would clean a lot of stuff up, fix a lot of people.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, buddy.
Mm-mm.
And I'm not saying to a war necessarily. Peace Corps.
I mean, I can't get some of these young people to go to work at McDonald's and work the drive-through. Come on.
Right,
And you
because
expect
you
them
and
to
I
enjoy
can't
that.
put a foot in their butt. However, somebody else can.
How old are you again?
54.
When did you start talking this way?
What do you mean?
You sound 54.
Oh, I'm
I'm
sorry.
just
Today
looking to put a
yeah.
boot in somebody's butt.
Today I'm over the top.
Like, what the
I'll be the
heck?
first
No,
one to
I
say
get it. I get the
I'm over top
sentiment, but
today.
it's like you young folks out there with your fruity little
Am I
tap
wrong?
dance songs
Am I
and all
wrong?
that stuff.
Was there a time in your life where what you needed was a foot in your butt and you got it?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
Right. We can all say that.
It's like the classic
And Eddie, I
Calvin
was
and
a quick
Hobbes
learner, too.
comic
I don't
strip
even-
where he says he's selling stuff,
Right.
like a lemonade stand, and said he's selling Swift kicks in the butt for
Right.
$1. And they're like, I thought everybody needed it, but he's not selling any, sadly.
Everybody does
Hey,
need it.
what do you guys think about the movie that's coming up? I see it's going to be on Fox, but it's going to be on the Fox channel only. But I'm going to find a way to get to it. Was it the war in 1917 where the Germans put down their weapons and won the trench warfare and played soccer and everything out in the battlefield?
Oh, the Christmas troops, yeah.
That'd be an awesome movie to somebody to make.
It really
Put it on.
would be. I almost feel like it's been depicted in a short film
Yeah.
before.
Paul McCartney video.
Yeah, but it needs to be a full-blown. If Napoleon can cut it a full length, you know.
Why did you even bring that up? The movie was so
But Joey, I was going to get you that movie for Christmas.
Please don't. Ridley
Have you
Scott,
seen it,
my
Eddie?
goodness.
No, I haven't seen that. Joey, actually, you sat
It
through
was
the whole
not,
thing.
yeah, it was not good, though.
Kept waiting for
it
the,
was
to
really
get better.
disappointing. Yeah, I was waiting for, like, the through point.
Well, you had all the people. You had the right people there.
And I'm sitting
that
there
could make
going, what
movie.
the heck do the Russians leaving and then doing scorched earth to Moscow itself have anything to do with this guy and his feckless love life with Josephine?
Right.
Like, can't we get some scenes with the 20-something mistresses he had?
Maybe.
All they show is her cheating on him. They
Maybe.
didn't show when the emperor got busy on his own. And then they kept cutting from that to, like, these beautifully crafted, I'll give them that, a beautifully made movie in the sense of, like, the battle scenes look
War
great.
scenes and everything.
Yeah, but it was just
Yeah.
kind of it was like a hodgepodge where you speed through the battles and what actually Napoleon's genius was, and you focus the whole damn movie
I can tell you why.
on a romance.
I
Yeah.
can tell you why. Because they were hoping nerds like you brought your wives to the movie, and that would entertain
See,
them
but it
as
wasn't
well.
even romantic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was kind of like going, oh, honey, he's just as short as you, and I mean that in every way.
Ooh.
I thought the movie was good in the
Yeah.
sense that the uniforms, the battlegrounds, it looked very authentic. Whoever did
Just the plot line was.
And maybe the fuller, there's apparently a director's cut that'll be out on Apple TV or whatever. And if I'm feeling masochistic one evening, I might
Hey,
try.
Joey, have you seen Barack Obama's and the Obama's movie on Netflix?
No.
I haven't, and I thought about watching it, but honestly, the more people push it, I lose an interest rapidly.
I like the whole concept of it. You know, that somebody hacking in, and that's why they want you to have electric cars so they can control them.
Oh, I know that's
And
the
the-
case. Yeah, I
And the
know that
Tesla
about that.
cars, yeah, they're going to control how many miles you can drive per day.
100%.
Make sure you don't go over your limit and everything
100%.
else.
Yep.
And that's all. It's all about the C word, control. But I thought it was pretty cool.
the C
when-
word,
when,
control.
Well, they didn't go after any of the electric cars from General Motors. They went after Tesla.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, you can hack into
What a
Tesla easy.
coincidence.
Everybody knows that. You just can't hack into General Motor and Ford.
You know, I had I had a tweet that went somewhat, 194 likes or a post or whatever on the X platform. And here's what I was reacting
All right.
to. NBC News. As vehicles get bigger and heavier, they also get deadlier. Tesla's new Cybertruck, a 6,800-pound electric car, would be lethal to pedestrians and occupants of lighter vehicles in the case of an accident, experts say. My response was, y'all are such miserable people. Because they are.
Dude, I could kill you with a go-kart.
The Cybertruck's amazing, and that's your take?
But you can get killed by anything.
Yeah.
A go-kart,
Well,
I can run you over.
All you need to run into is a soccer mom with a Suburban. That's about 5,400 ground pound weight right there, moving that out of hell with putting her eyelashes on and everything. Come on.
That's just
You gotta be scared of that thing?
Well, heck, how about we have more concern that if you made half the population run a mile, they'd die of a heart attack? And I'm worried I'm going to get hit by a truck.
Dude, I'm good for about 3/4 of a mile.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to walk.
No, you should be worried about getting hit by your own belly fat.
That's why I don't turn so fast. I don't want to catch up.
Oh, Elon's big truck will hit me and kill me. It's like, what did you say this about F-150s? Like, what the hell, man?
Hey Eddie, I bet you could put a nice little in the crosswalk if a small vehicle subcompact hit you. You could put a good dent in it, couldn't you?
Oh yeah, I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could. Especially if I got to hit it in the quarter panel. As long as I didn't take it head on. If I took it head on, it'd be. I don't know. My head might go through the block. I don't know.
Well, Soldier Boy, I got to run here. Appreciate it, man.
Guys, have a great day.
You too. See you, Soldier Boy.
Let's see who this is on line 3. You're on there. Who's this?
Who do you think it is? Oh, gentlemen, thank you for taking my call. This
what up,
is Sam?
How you doing, Sam?
Oh, man, I'm enjoying the show. Wow, that echo is strong. I lost it. I be dog. Oh, so anyways, yeah, man, I can remember 30 years ago, Rush Limbaugh, when he started pointing out in the press, the news, it switched from a car accident to an SUV accident. You know, that old line about the SUVs, they were getting heavy and dangerous and out of control. It's the same argument when you hear that about the Tesla truck. And it is no more than a big expedition. Yes, sir.
Isn't this a perfect example, though, of kind of the liberal or the therapeutic mindset, the maternal mindset, that instead of, I want my truck or my car even, but my truck, let's say in this case, to be so daggum strong, if I do get in an accident, God forbid, I ain't getting hurt.
Right.
And so, more people get strong cars that are going to protect them more. Or let's go with the liberal, paternal, therapeutic mindset of what we'll do is make everybody's car weak and harmless.
Yeah.
So nobody will ever get hurt.
We can't drive bubble wrap. We cannot.
You know, it's
drive
amazing
bubble
it's amazing how things have changed since the 80s. I can remember Lee Iacocca saying on the news, we can build safe cars for America, but people won't buy them. I remember all that, and little by little vehicles. I remember when it changed the cars through legislation, got where the engines, the mileage. Everybody wanted a truck, an SUV, because you can still get a decent V8. And even now, I don't know if you can afford a new F-150 or whatnot. Just talking about problems here.
Yeah.
You can't keep a battery in them, guys. There's too many wires. There's something that's always on in your vehicle.
Well, it's a Ford.
So that's
it's a Ford.
Yeah.
I mean,
if
that's
I
every
got
one.
The first thing I'd have to do is snatch wires out of it. Yes, sir. Yes.
Every one of them. I mean, what Ford? That's acronym for Found on Road
First
Dead
on
and
race day.
First on Race Day and Repair Daily and all that crap. They all got issues. But instead of
Ford's
celebrating,
just a last name.
But instead of celebrating the Cybertruck and saying, "Look how far this guy has come," I mean, no longer is it just a car. We've got a truck that we're going to throw stones.
Go watch some of the in-depth reviews. Amazing vehicle.
Oh, no doubt.
I mean, it's not for everyday people, but it's really, really
Joe
cool.
Rogan
And amazing engineering.
Oh, man.
He proved that it
I
was
need a new truck
aero-proof.
so bad. Yeah. No, listen, I love it. It's the same old thing, man. I can't wait for a better battery. Hey, one other thing, what got my attention.
Yeah.
Guys, in '83, when I was going through basic training,
Good year.
Fort Dix, New Jersey, a long time ago, it was during a Reagan buildup. And we're coming off Carter still. It was even though Reagan was in, there was still a lot of apathy.
You're right.
But I remember right next to where I was, because there was a massive buildup. So but the military, it will dang Sam, vocabulary went. Anyways, they will adapt. That's the word I'm using for. And right next to where we were training, our platoon, our company, our battalion was a PT battalion. Not a few folks. I'm talking about there were several hundred people out there, and twice a day they would get up, do PT, eat, do more PT in the afternoon, and they were there to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen it with my own eyes. They would tighten them up.
Yep.
Maybe they're a month, maybe they're 2 months.
Yep.
But that was before they ever got into basic training. But now it might be like 6 months to a year. Heck, come on, man. There's a lot of heavy hitters, but
yeah, buddy.
It's a solution will be found, but you hate to see this tense time for this crap that's going on. But it's working itself out. At least it's getting exposed. That's what I was getting, Sam.
There you go.
Appreciate it, Sam. I got to run, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen. Yeah. Thank y'all. Take my call.
Later. More news and views in the afternoon. Well, after this.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. It looks increasingly unlikely that Donald Trump's 2020 election interference trial in Washington will start in March. Legal appeals up to the Supreme Court are threatening to delay that case. On Wednesday, the federal judge overseeing the trial put the case on hold while the former president pursues his claim that he's immune from prosecution. Israel has vowed to keep fighting in Gaza until it crushes Hamas. That's after one of the deadliest single battles of the war for its soldiers, an ambush in Gaza City. It was one of the hardest hit areas of the war. Meanwhile, U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan is now in Israel. Stocks are mixed on Wall Street. The Dow had 71 points, but the Nasdaq is down 38. This is SRN News.
Urgent Camp Lejeune settlement message. On September 6th, the government announced it will soon begin providing fast, guaranteed settlements to Camp Lejeune Marines, families, and civilians. Awards will range between $100,000 and $550,000, with an option for higher amounts. If you or a loved one spent time at Camp Lejeune and suffered cancers of the bladder, liver, or kidneys, leukemia, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, Parkinson's, or kidney issues, you may qualify for compensation and could be paid within 60 days after accepting your settlement, with your VA benefits fully protected. You may be entitled to a significant financial award for your Camp Lejeune claim, but you must act now. Call the James Harris Law Camp Lejeune helpline now to get the compensation you deserve. We're already fighting for thousands harmed by the water at Camp Lejeune. Call now or you may forever lose your right to be awarded a settlement between $100,000 and $550,000. For your free evaluation, call 800-320-7171. That's 800-320-7171. 800-320-7171.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, where dump truck drivers are in demand. Wiley Sanders is on the grow. We need dump truck drivers now. Call 855-77-9785.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. It's been a very quiet week so far, and sometimes in December that doesn't happen. For today, it will become mostly sunny. Temperatures not bad for December, 61 for a high today. Mainly clear, kind of chilly tonight, low 37. Lots of sunshine on Friday, still dry, high in the upper 50s. Much of Saturday will be dry, but the risk of scattered showers returning by Saturday evening, Saturday night, and into Sunday. Upper 50s for a high Saturday, near 60 on Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. A Montgomery man died Tuesday after being involved in an automobile accident. 30-year-old musician Al Jahara Hebrew, also known as A.J. Maestro Hebrew, was a passenger in a car that crashed December 8th on Madison Avenue near Hall Street. The driver of the vehicle suffered non-life-threatening injuries. A 16-year-old boy was arrested Wednesday and charged in the September 10th shooting death of a Montgomery teenager. Another person was also wounded in the shooting that happened on Gazebo East Drive. 2 other suspects are already in custody in connection to the murder. A missing Montgomery man has been located. 66-year-old John Wright was last seen in Montgomery on November 1st. Authorities asked the public for assistance in locating Wright as he suffers from schizophrenia. Investigators in Rochester, New York located Wright in their city Wednesday, safe and unharmed. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. an equal housing lender.
Craving a taste of the holidays that's as sweet as it gets? Look no further than Sweet Creek Farm Market, your ultimate destination for one of the area's largest selection of locally grown pecans, irresistible pecan products, and delicious homemade treats. Roasted and salted, honey roasted, classic pralines, chocolate honey baked, or creamy white chocolate pecans. Don't miss the double chocolate bourbon pecan pies. Your family will love the homemade pies, cakes, and candies in more flavors and varieties than you've ever seen. Stop in the cafe and try Sweet Creek's award-winning barbecue or show-stopping peach cobbler with ice cream. After you eat, shop their charming selection of gifts, including many Alabama-made products. Unique gifts and sweet treats will be a hit with your loved ones. Whether you're looking for a hostess gift or a stocking stuffer, Sweet Creek Farms has what you need. Like them on Facebook or stop by their location 2 miles south of Taylor Road on Highway 231. Merry Christmas from Sweet Creek Farm Market.
Do you have a cell phone or tablet that isn't charging, dying fast, or maybe the screen is damaged? Don't get suckered into buying a new one. XI Repair can fix your current device same day and in under 30 minutes. Their certified technicians fix and recover data from thousands of cell phones, computers, tablets, game consoles, and drones 7 days a week. Give them a call today at 334-777-1234 or visit them online at xirepair.com.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back to News and Views in the afternoon. I'm your host, Joey Clark. We got Eddie Vader still in the studio with me.
How you doing, buddy?
Doing all right. And I like that hoodie.
You like that?
And I like that button.
You like
too.
that button?
Yeah.
Looks good, don't it?
And we also have in the studio Zach from Pest Pro Services. How you doing today, sir?
How's it going, guys?
Going good. Good to see you, bud.
Yeah, really good to see you. And so we were talking off mic. And, of course, you've been working there at Pest Pro Services for how long? You were there at the beginning with Ashley, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So how many years has it been?
It's been 3 years since we've opened, but I've been in the industry for 10 years.
Yeah, at least.
And so it'd be fun to start off with, like, because you see things other people don't see. Even the homeowners themselves, like, you're getting up in there often to figure out what might be the particular pest problem. So, like, what's, in 3 years, the craziest stuff you've seen? What comes to mind when I ask that?
You find dead animals under the house, cats, squirrels, birds, live possums. You know.
Those live possums, they're always happy to see you.
Oh, they're never happy to see us. It's not fun when you got nowhere to go up under there. So
you ever talk to them much? Try to talk them off the ledge?
Sweet talk them. Leave me alone.
Well, and Eddie, before they became a sponsor of Pest Pro, you had met Zach because on many of the properties,
yes,
right?
Him and Ashley both. It was a different company at the time, but I had a particular house that did not have much crawl space, and I needed to get a termite inspection done. And I think Bo Goodson at the time told me, we tried a bunch of different ones. He said, call Ashley. I bet Ashley can get it done. So I called Ashley. She came out and she looked at it. And I was expecting, just like everyone else said, no. She said, give me a minute. She called Zach. Zach showed up. Okay, what do you want done? We laid out a plan. And literally in about 15 minutes, I got to leave. And they were taking care of business.
Wow.
3 days later, we got to close on the house.
Well, there you go.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, that is how you do it. Now, I don't think under that house there was any possums or anything like that. But I can only imagine, because I've crawled under my house a few times and found skeletons of things that died underneath there.
Oh, yeah.
Do you tell homeowners, like say I've got a live possum under my house, do you come back and go, hey, everything's set and good, but by the way...
Yeah, you got another problem going on under there. Or if I ever see, like, ductwork broken or anything like that, or pipe leaks, so try to look out for you. You're not under there and you can't see anything, so if I see something, I'll let you know.
And that's what I'm telling you. Having Pest Pro as a regular pest patrol or pest control service is great because it's an extra set of eyes. You're not going underneath that house. I'm not going underneath that house. That goes.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say the last time you crawled underneath your house, you got stuck.
No, Joey.
Yeah, that's what. You didn't say that. That's what I thought you were going to say.
I got out from underneath the house, not before I went.
Okay. But do y'all have any, say for the end of the year, like specials, deals going on right now at Pest Pro?
I want to do something for all the listeners that tuned into Joey and Eddie.
Yeah?
I'm calling it the Zach Special.
The Zach Special.
Call us and let us know if you need any termite service. Offering $300 off termite treatments till
that's a big
the
deal.
end of January, or end of December.
End of December.
$300 off.
And just mention Zach Special.
Zach Special to get it done. Now, when it comes to the termite treatments, like we've described, and you kind of can lay down bait to prevent it, right? Like, how does that work? It's one thing if they've already hit the property and you got to get rid of them, but to prevent kind of a big problem, to prevent an infestation, how does that process work?
So your preventative treatment and your treatment for active infestation, it's the same treatment, no difference. You can either do a liquid application where you surround the entire foundation with a liquid application where we use the injection system that shoots 12 to 18 inches deep into the soil where the termites are active, or where they're going to come up the side of the foundation. Or you do a bait station where you place bait station around the entire house, and that's an active ingredient all year round in that bait station. And you monitor those if you have active activity in a bait station.
Now, is there a particular time of year where termites are the most prone to cause a problem?
In the springtime is when termites are active the most, coming out and reproducing. They have swarmers. So swarming season is March, April, May. You ever see anything flying around and you think it might be a flying ant? It could possibly be termite.
Oh, man. Yep. So I'd imagine it's good to get the preventative work done, maybe a bait station out before the springtime.
It's never too late or too early to get your home protected for termites. So.
Well, there you go.
And you guys have a warranty system on the termites as well, right?
So, we issue a 10-year warranty on any of our treatments, renewable annually, and that's how...
That's a good deal, dude, because in Alabama, I'll be honest, and Zach can back me up, it's not a matter of if you have termites.
It's when you're going to get them.
When you're going to get them.
There's two kind of houses, a house that's going to get them and a house that's had them.
Oh, man. Yeah.
That's the truth, man. A lot of people just don't think that. They think it from inside their home. I keep a nice, clean, tidy home. My yard is always good. Certainly, I won't have termites.
And they think just because they have a new house that the new house can't get termites.
Good one.
So a lot of people don't think that new house 6 months ago was a wooded lot.
Right.
You have stumps under that foundation, construction debris under that where they've graded that yard. So you have wood in the ground, and people just think, I have a new house, I'm not going to get termites. So.
Now, you guys can treat on new construction. You can treat
we do. We do
right?
pre-treatment constructions. Yes, sir.
I've seen that done before. Still real chemically based, correct?
You do liquid application on the foundation, and then they put their concrete over there.
On top of that, right?
Yep.
Good deal. It creates a barrier.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but they can literally, the termites can like build almost like a tunnel or a branch up into like a home. Actually,
they travel through dirt tubes. So they live in the ground, and they're bringing the dirt up and making mud tubes up the side of that foundation coming into your
just
walls.
Building a ladder the whole way up. And now, what's the tallest one you've ever seen?
Up in the crawl space, I've seen them stretching from the floor joist to the ground. So, 2 foot span.
2 foot, yeah. Can you imagine, man?
No, these things are like literally stuff of nightmares.
Yes.
Like how they operate, how they work. Y'all are providing a great service in that regard. And I was going to say, you're like the termite specialist there.
That's what I've done pretty much my entire career is termites. Yes, sir.
And so, but if somebody has a different type of problem, they might get a different person from Pest Pro, right?
That's right.
Okay. So the number's still 265-9990?
That's right. Call 265-9990 if you have any termite needs or pest control needs. Let us know and ask for that Zach Special.
That Zach Special, baby.
$300 off.
That's right.
It ain't too early, it ain't too late, folks. So get it done. Get it done today. Did we leave anything out, Zach?
I mean, it's cold now, and it's Christmas time, so people, put pest control to the back burner. They aren't seeing any activity. It's cold. I don't think I need it. I want to save money for Christmas, but it's still important to get that service provided now for preventative measures for the spring. Or you could have occasional invaders come in either through some food or some packages you've received in the mail. Your rodents come in. It's cooler, so that's something we've been dealing with a lot right now.
I bet quite a bit of rodents sneaking in. Nice and warm inside.
Oh, and I've noticed in the place I'm moving from, as it started to get cold, I was getting a few little invaders. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. Like, why? Am I just cursed to have wasps?
I think that's
I'm sitting there relaxing on my couch in my living room. I'm like, that is a wasp the size of a daggum quarter.
Because now you have my wife convinced that we have wasps because she'll find one in the bathroom every once in a while. And she's like, there's a huge nest in the attic. I swear there's,
Everybody thinks they're coming from the attic.
Right. Where are they coming from, Zach? Help me out.
9 times out of 10 out of that chimney.
And I do have the house I'm in has a chimney that hasn't been used in a long time, so I'd imagine.
Well, if you hadn't smoked it out, it's a great place to build a nest, right? It's not smoky anymore.
Right. Mm-hmm. The insects, I don't know how you do it, man. Like, they creep me the heck out.
I like them.
They don't talk back to him.
Well, yeah. I think you're projecting something else there, Eddie. But again, that number for Pest Pro Services, folks, 265-9990, 265-9990, or ppsriverregion.com, or just search on the Book of Faces, Pest Pro Services. Y'all's Facebook page is pretty kick butt. A lot on
top
there.
Notch over there. I'd like to shout out Ashley on that. She handles all our stuff on social media.
She is the best.
And just congrats on being not only a great sponsor for us, and all the service you provide to folks who listen, but I know y'all were nominated recently, Best Small Business statewide.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Went up to Birmingham to award ceremony. Congratulations to the company that won that, but wasn't us.
But the nomination
represented great.
It's a great opportunity and
great acknowledgement,
great accomplishment to be nominated for the state and finalizing that and any time, but especially just in 3 years of business.
Right.
So.
Yeah, the growth has been amazing, and it's because of the job y'all do. So appreciate y'all's sponsorship, y'all's friendship, and y'all check out Pest Pro Services today. When you want to know, call a pro.
Let us know. You need something, get the Zach special.
There you go.
Appreciate it, Zach.
Thank you, Zach.
More news and views in the afternoon after this.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
This holiday season is about more. Not more present and shopping. More you. That's why at Montgomery Men's Health, we're celebrating the season of connection. Connecting with your family, with true friendships, and with yourself. We're treating erectile dysfunction with the least invasive, most advanced treatment options. We've been the local support team helping men get that spark back. In the bedroom, on the job, at the gym, and everywhere life takes you. To celebrate this season of connection, we're giving away free B12 at our Montgomery clinic with every office visit for those who medically qualify. Our commitment is to take care of men, because men who feel alive will change the world. Don't wait to experience the difference our team at Montgomery Men's Health can make. Do it for your career. Do it for your family. Do it for your love life. Do it for you. Because the most meaningful present you can give is a man who is fully present. To give the gift of you this year, call now, 334-440-3663, or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com to set up a consultation and lab panel today.
This is your roving reporter, and I'm talking today with an elf.
Hello!
So you live up here at the North Pole and you work for Santa, is that right?
Yeah, that's about it, man.
And I guess you're pretty tight with Santa.
We are like two peas in a pod, man.
So I guess you guys share a money man.
That is correct, sir. We both use our friend David Ernest, who takes care of our money.
David Ernest. I've been hearing his name a lot lately.
I'll bet you have. And if you would like to talk to him, you can call him at 334-279-7431 or 205-479-0839.
You know, I heard that one time the elves used to take care of Santa's money.
Well, they did, but he had to come up with another plan.
Well, why won't he let the elves take care of his money?
They kept coming up short, man.
This is your roving reporter. I'm going to go and jump out in front of a reindeer. Watch it, man. They're endangered.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
What'll it be, Joe?
Coffee and apple pie. Yeah, whoa, Madge, what was that?
The lights? Oh, they always dim when the dishwasher turns on.
You should call Crosby Electric.
You think?
Overloaded circuits at your business can be dangerous. The experts at Crosby Electric can upgrade your electrical service to safely handle the load. And they can add receptacles where needed to eliminate overuse of extension cords.
Yeah, Madge, I'd like to pay you. The problem is it's so dark in here I can't read my bill.
No, the problem is you're cheap.
Well, that's a problem too.
Effective, attractive lighting is essential for any business. Crosby Electric can help with a new lighting scheme that will give your business a fresh, exciting look. And they can recommend outdoor lighting for greater safety and security.
That'll be $4.50 for the coffee and pie, Joe.
Well, don't I get anything for recommending Crosby Electric?
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
Don't put off essential electrical upgrades for your business. Call 272-2085 or visit crosbyelectric.com.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com. This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back to News and Views in the afternoon. 272-9228 if you want to get in on the program. Really great seeing Zach there from Pest Pro Services. Y'all check him out today and be sure to ask for the Zach special. $300 off that termite treatment. Really, really good deal there. Let's go to the phones, talk to Randall. Hey, Randall.
What's going on, fellas?
How you doing?
Man, pretty good. Before I get to the reason I called, that would be nice. Like, I heard a little thing the other day. Somebody said that they found termites. They found termites that had tore up their wood, but there wasn't no living termites. They were already been killed, but they found that they had destroyed the wood, but the insurance wouldn't claim it. I was wondering how, you know what I mean, who would miss that? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, not who would miss it, but who could that even be on, or how? Like, would that be like a company like him went in there and killed all the termites and didn't catch the damage and using Pest Pro? You know what I mean? They would have called it. That kind of how that worked, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they extra detail. I'm not going to speak for other companies, but I just know Pest Pro is going to be checking every which way, like we just said with Zach. And they really do get the job done. They've grown leaps and bounds over the last 3 years for good reason. They're that good at it.
Oh yeah, and I was going to ask you, knew old Troy Tucker. That's who he used to do a little dabble over there, and he's a good person, man. So you know, man, good people still there, like Ashley. So that's pretty cool, man. I was calling about the Tesla stuff, the Tesla, and about the weight. I think I checked most of all his cars. I don't see nothing that's over 6,000. And why I guess you want to hit around 6,500 is when you start getting the tax break over 6,000. But like the 4-wheeler, if you put the 4-wheeler and all on that truck, and you know what I mean, to still make the weight, not to go over to 7,500. So once you go to 7,500, I don't know exactly what happened, but you don't get as much. You know what I mean? Like it's just a waste of time. So you want to keep the vehicle under 7,500 pounds for some reason, but you want to keep it above 6. So I didn't know if you just had looked in, if you think it had anything to do with the weight, or why they was trying to hit right at that number, or why they had never made it before. Since they make all their vehicles be as light as they can, why they made that one so heavy?
Well, they wanted this one to be incredibly durable, and I believe the doors and the entire paneling of the car is stainless steel. So, you know, in movies, like a normal car door, they hide behind it when gunshots are going, like a normal car door. Those bullets are probably going to penetrate. Actually, with the Cybertruck, there are still plenty of rounds that could penetrate it, but they essentially showcased 45 or less, and like they had a Tommy gun just take on the side of one, and it did not break through. So they're going for kind of that durability, a different build philosophy, and that's part of the weight, along with these new ones coming out, I think have 3 electric motors. So that's where they get all the horsepower and all the speed, and those batteries weigh a good bit.
You know, the little S, I had the model on my brain, but it's a collector's item. But the one that weighed the less, it only weighed. It was the number 2 car off the assembly line. It's back before Tesla. It's back before Elon Musk owned it. It's back when Mark and Marty owned Tesla, when they the ones started it. And that second vehicle only weighed 2,200 pounds. And they're still in Mark's garage, but it's weighed 2,200, and that joker would get it. Mm-hmm. And like that's what they saying they're trying to get to, but they've already built it. I just like that. That's the next model, the Model S that he was building. He was saying he was trying to mimic pretty much what they already built, but they never talk about the one that's already built. Like they don't ever bring out. There was only one of them made, but like I don't know. I just use on the Tesla thing. I just want to chop it up a little about it, because man. Yeah. He scares me so much. You know what I mean? Like, you know how I think about him. I think he's controlled opposition. I just like to get this point across and see, you know what I mean, what you think about it. So why he makes movies do, like it's owned by, you read the other day that Tesla's owned by a China corporation now. I mean, like it was sold out. So you read that on the air, what's the name sent you? Megan, Eddie's neighbor.
Flower Child, yeah.
Yeah, Flower Child, you read out, and that was one of the companies that had been sold out. So you kind of like, you kept reading on past it, so I didn't know if you thought any more about it. Like, since he done sold out, and he don't own X on the side of SpaceX, Microsoft does, and he don't own X on Twitter. Mark Zuckerberg does. He owns the X trademark in all the social media world. Like nothing. When you look at all these points that don't add up to what he's talking, I don't know. He just scared me, man. Like that man got so much power right now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Elon doesn't scare me as much as our senators, representatives, and presidents.
Yeah, hey, but they don't move without that man. Somebody above them telling them what to do. I promise. So you know that too. But I just like to I just like to throw that out to you, just bounce stuff off of you about Tesla, because I know, you know, a lot of people see him in a different light, and man, I just don't want to get caught up, you know what I mean, hanging too much on him, and when he's making moves that right in front of our face, and we're not really talking about him. I just wanted to bring him up to you, you know, them different angles. Like, he don't really have nothing. He's there at face of everything.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Randall. Honestly, I'd have to look into the details again. But I'm pretty sure he does own, say, the X platform. I'm pretty sure he owns a lot of these things. It could get a little more complicated in terms of the actual financing ownership structure. But yes, yeah, I'm pretty sure Elon has the controlling interest in all these major companies. But I appreciate it, man.
All right, man. All right, bro.
272-9228. Now, as we brought up earlier, a few of the not Trump candidates have been doing town halls on CNN. And I want to start with a clip from the town hall that Ron DeSantis did. This one was hosted by Jake Tapper. And this is Ron DeSantis not pulling any punches. He's going after Trump. He is not pulling any punches whatsoever. Let's listen in together.
So let's get straight to the voters if we can. Our first question comes from Tim Bianco from West Des Moines. He owns a manufacturing business, and he's on the board of directors for the Iowa Association of Business and Industry. He says he's a Republican and is currently undecided. Tim.
Welcome, Governor. And first of all, thank you for your service as a veteran. It's important to recognize your service as an American, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
Why should my employees trust you to return us to the prosperity that they enjoyed under President Trump?
Well, Tim, thanks for this. I hope your business is doing well. I know things are tough right now with a lot of things. I think you trust me for a couple reasons. One, if you look at what we've done in Florida, our economy is ranked #1 of all 50 states. We've boomed like we've never have, even in the face of all the inflation and the interest rates, which we have to obviously struggle with too. But our unemployment rate is 60% lower than states like California, which are peer states. I'd also say this. I think the first 3 years of the Trump administration, the economy is better than it has been. But that last year with COVID, I think was mishandled dramatically. Shutting down the country was a huge mistake. Printing trillions and trillions of dollars was a huge mistake. That set the foundation for the inflation that we see. Granted, Biden came in and poured gas on the fire. It was reckless that he did trillions. But if you look, you have trillions and trillions of dollars. Of course you're paying more for that. You're going to have inflation when that happens. So I'm going to come in. We're going to get the inflation down. We're going to open up energy so that you pay less for gas. And we're going to get the interest rates down so you can actually do things like afford a home. So I think your hardworking employees are going to have a friend in the White House. And I think we're going to be able to turn this country around.
Thought that was a pretty daggum good answer. It wasn't too negative against Trump, in my humble opinion, but it was actually substantive. And I have to say, in the last few weeks, Ron DeSantis has looked better. I think he really did stumble out of the gate, in particular that Twitter Spaces thing that went down. But it wasn't the greatest way for him to announce. And a lot of the strategy on social media, a lot of the strategy in terms of what interviews DeSantis would accept, where he would show up, it wasn't working. Now changes have been made. And again, in the last few weeks, DeSantis seems to be turning a corner here. We will see what happens in Iowa. As we reported earlier in the week, Donald Trump is still #1. There in Iowa, Donald Trump is still #1. In New Hampshire, Donald Trump is #1 in the hearts of GOP voters by a mile. It's pretty over the top how strong Donald John Trump's support is. So Ron DeSantis, even Nikki Haley, let's leave out Chris Christie because what a joke. But Vivek Ramaswamy, all these folks can say what they want. They can make incredibly good points. I'm just kind of out of a generational obligation. I just have too much in common with the guy. I'm going to be voting for Vivek if he makes it here to Super Tuesday in Alabama, which I believe he will. But let's not kid ourselves. Whether you like Vivek, whether you like Nikki Haley, whether you like Ron DeSantis, Donald Trump is the far and away leader. And it's, well, for good reason. In fact, many good reason. It ain't just the policy stuff. It ain't just the booming economy at the time. It has much more to do with the fact, I think, that Trump has become a symbol, almost a martyr, if you will, for, say, the populist cause or just the cause of frustration out there in America. And a lot of people, well, it's not the sort of thing you can win over from people on the campaign stump, I don't believe. It's a sort of thing that can only happen with what happened to Trump during his presidency. The way he was gone after by corporate media, by prestige and legacy media, by, say, the intelligence community, by federal law enforcement. I don't think anybody would want to go through that. But it did create a unique love for Trump, including for people that maybe didn't vote for him, didn't like his style. I think a lot of folks are now seeing that, man, they really don't like this guy, and it seems they're willing to break with precedent. They're willing to do undemocratic things, anti-democratic things, to uphold our so-called democracy. And there are a lot of folks seeing right through that charade. 272-9228 is part of the program, brought to you by Alabama Home Mortgage. And they're at Alabama Home Mortgage. Kim Williams and her team, well, they can help you with a refinance deal. That seems to be all the rage these days. Isn't that right, Eddie?
Oh, definitely. But there are still a lot of people that want to be first-time home buyers.
Ah, yes, that's true, too.
And I would not trust anybody the way I trust them to be your guide to be your first-time home buyer. Because they will literally wrap you around their arms of love and show you the right way to do things. They'll be there for you when you have an appraisal. They'll be there for you when you have an inspection. You call them up and you go, oh my God, there's so many things wrong with this house. They'll tell you that's okay. It's perfectly normal.
By the way, it's a good nonprofit name. Arms of Love.
I'll write that down.
Yeah, write that down. We'll start one so we can launder money.
Definitely.
But no, they're at Alabama Home Mortgage. They really do sit down, get to know you.
Yes, they do.
They're going to be able to walk you through the home buying process. Maybe it's not your first time, but you've had a bad experience before.
I know a lot of people like that, Joe.
That ain't going to happen with Alabama Home Mortgage. And again, with credit card interest rates, APR is what, 29% on average?
And growing.
What the average, debt load is?
7,900 to 8,500 and growing.
Yeah, so if you're under the gun when it comes to those credit card minimum payments, you're let alone paying down the principal there. Or maybe it's just you're kind of stuck in a weird time crunch, like a cash flow issue.
It happens, especially this time of year.
A refinance deal can really help you out there. So check out Alabama Home Mortgage today, 567-4223. That's 567-4223. You can also visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. There is a difference in mortgage companies. Let Kim and Madeline prove that to you today. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender. More news and views in the afternoon when we come back after the break. We just played you Ronnie D.
Ronnie D.
We're going to go to Vivek Ramaswamy or something like that at his CNN town hall. He's not with Jake Tapper. He's with Abby Phillips, who wonder if she's single. I gotta stop saying crap like that in public. We'll be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings 6 till 9 and afternoons 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Is your cell phone or iPad cracked, broken, or not working right? Don't let the big carrier stores sucker you into a new $1,100 device. Let XI Repair fix your device today. XI Repair fixes cell phones, computers, laptops, iPads, game consoles, drones, and more. Their certified technicians fix hundreds of devices every day. When your device needs care, call XI Repair, 334-777-1234, or Google XI Repair.
I'm here with Miss Dot at the Eastbrook Flea Market and Antique Mall. Dot, the place is looking festive.
Yes, Christmas is definitely here.
I can see lots of things around here that would be great for Christmas.
The booths are stocked with everything you need for the Christmas season. And you know we enjoy your visits to see us and helping us keep up all those old good traditions and maybe starting a few new ones. But we love seeing each and every one of you.
What if somebody's looking for a special gift?
We've got the china, of course, and the crystals and the furniture, and we have the vinyl records and silver plate and jewelry and whatever else you think you want.
All right, Dot, give us those hours of operation.
Monday through Friday is 10 until 6. Saturday is 9 until 6. And Sunday is 12:30 to 4:30.
That's the Eastbrook Flea Market and Antique Mall, 425 Coliseum Boulevard. And from Miss Dot and Mr. Gary and the McDaniel family, they wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thanks for shopping Eastbrook.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson with the Goodson Group with the updated market report. Over the past 11 and a half months, over 4,100 homes have sold and closed in our MLS system with an average price of $245,000. Houses are selling at listed price throughout the river region, and over 35% are selling in the first 30 days on the market. Rising interest rates tend to keep some people from buying, but it didn't stop over 4,100 families from buying this year. There's a cost to waiting and expecting rates to fall, and that cost is appreciation, which has been rising nearly every month for the last 2 years. So the house that you delay buying this year could cost you $35,000 more next year, even if the rate falls. One alternative is to buy now, refinance when rates improve, and that way you are not paying more for the house that you really wanted. For the facts, call Bo Goodson with the Goodson Group at 221-2883 or 551-0225.
Hey y'all, this is Tammy at Mama's Produce, and it's a new season here. We're not going anywhere. We'll be here through the fall. We've got all of your tailgate needs. We've got breakfast needs. Don't forget we got new sausages in. Those sausages we had last year, they're back. Still got your tomatoes, other fresh vegetables, and we're going to have some new things coming online, so stay tuned to our Facebook page and look out.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
The Ridge Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Alabama's personal injury attorney, me, Johnny Adams of the Johnny Adams Law Firm. Stay weather alert, everyone.
Ridge Thomas Weather. Well, hi, everybody. It's been a very quiet week so far, and sometimes in December that doesn't happen. For today, it will become mostly sunny. Temperatures not bad for December, 61 for a high today, mainly clear, kind of chilly tonight, low 37. Lots of sunshine on Friday, still dry, high in the upper 50s. Much of Saturday will be dry, but the risk of scattered showers returning by Saturday evening, Saturday night, and into Sunday. Upper 50s for a high Saturday, near 60 on Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Welcome back to News and Views in the afternoon. 272-9228 if you want to get in on the program. Got a few folks commenting on the live stream. Like and subscribe or smash that like button.
Smash it.
And
Smash it.
I'm trying to see if there's anything other than making fun of us, like being fat.
I'm down to like 211. So when I hit like 199, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I don't think
You are
officially
losing
I'm
weight.
fat.
I am not. I think I'm like 225 right now.
I'm telling you, when I
went down to 218, then Thanksgiving happened. And
Ah.
I'm back up to like 225.
Well, when I was in your age group, that's when I gained the most weight. But you work out and all that. I wasn't. I was just a
I
factory
haven't much
worker and
this
that kind of
week.
thing.
I've been
Oh, really?
moving every afternoon.
Well, that's a workout, isn't it?
Not in the same degree. No.
No.
No, if I work out, I try to do 2 miles on the elliptical fast.
Okay.
With a lot of resistance, and then do a pretty good weightlifting set, whether it's chest or push or pull or legs.
Gotcha.
And yeah, that's usually a pretty good workout. Now, if I move my entire house in one day, that could be a workout. But
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I'm taking like a little bit each day.
Take you like 3 months to move.
Actually,
out a box
I'm
at a
pretty much
time.
at the point, Eddie. I'll tell you right now,
Yeah.
where I really need to move my bed.
Is that right?
And I'm ready to go. Everything else needs to just
Cool.
go to the dump or go to somebody else.
All
So.
right, well, let's get you a bed mover.
It does have me, I'll admit, folks, a little distracted. All my stuff's in two different places.
Kind of feel
and
disoriented.
A little bit,
Yeah.
yeah. Difficult to focus, if you will.
Well, it'll
But
be
I,
over, what, a week or two, you'll be done, right?
right. But I was able to catch a few clips that came out of the Vivek Ramaswamy
right,
town
Vivek.
hall. Now, this is the one that went super viral. There are a few other good ones I want to get to, but this is the one that has gone massively viral because this is Vivek with Abby Phillips of CNN. And at one point, Abby, she started showing her backside in the sense that she doesn't like the answer, so she starts arguing with him and interrupting. It's like, it's a town hall. You asked him a question, let him speak.
Okay, you do professional interviews all the time.
Yeah.
What is if you were to ask me a question and I didn't give you the answer you wanted to hear, do you move on or do you keep pestering me? Because I've noticed today in the press that they will quickly move on instead of pushing for more information. They quickly move on. And instead of trying to, they'll let them get away with the BS answer, I guess is the nicest way I can put it.
No, I'll let people do a BS answer. I do a very deferential interview style. No, I would rather move on, though,
Yeah.
than to
argue
just sit there and argue without much, weight to it.
I got
like,
you.
oh, no, you're wrong. No, you're wrong.
Oh,
no, you're
I
wrong.
see.
You're just not telling the truth. No, you're not letting me. Like, it ends up being this stupid
Well, at that point,
back and
people
forth. I don't like
turn
doing
out,
that.
tune out.
And that's what happens here, by the way. So, but let's listen in. This is, again, Vivek Ramaswamy on the question of January 6th.
About something that you said at the debate last week. You used the phrase inside job to describe what happened on January 6th. The next day, Capitol rioter Alan Hostler highlighted your comments at his sentencing. He is going to prison for 11 years. Hostetter threatened members of Congress. He brought a hatchet, knives, pepper spray, stun batons, tactical gear to the U.S. Capitol. Are you concerned that a convicted felon like that is now promoting your comments in court?
So here's my concern, Abby, and I want to tell you guys where I'm at. If you had told me, it's close to 3 years ago that January 6, 2021 happened. If you had told me 3 years ago, back when I was a biotech CEO, not steeped in this world, I was just consuming passive media, but was focused on my world of developing medicines. If you had told me that January 6 was in any way an inside job, the subject of government entrapment, I would have told you that was crazy talk. Fringe conspiracy theory nonsense. I can tell you now, having gone somewhat deep in this, it's not. I mean, the reality is this. We do have a government, first of all, we have to acknowledge, that has lied to us systematically over the last several years about the origin of COVID-19, about the Hunter Biden laptop that we were told was false by 51 CIA experts and otherwise before we now know that it was true. You can go straight down the list, the Trump-Russia disinformation collusion hoax, all of it. Now we come to January 6th. The reality is we know that there were federal law enforcement agents in that field. We don't know how many. I think it's shameful. If I may finish just answering.
Well, let me
this
just.
is really
I'm going to go ahead and interrupt you here because
I know this establishment doesn't approve of this message. I know
that there were federal
agents. We should be able to talk about this.
You're saying that there were federal agents.
This is important to talk about.
You are saying there were federal agents in the crowd.
Yes, they are.
Yep. There is no evidence that there were federal agents in the crowd on January 6th.
So why before Congress?
That's laughable.
Right, to say the least. Just the videos
no
you can
evidence.
look on YouTube, which hides a lot of stuff, openly show those guys doing it.
Anyway.
When pressed on what the number was, they didn't say there were none. They just couldn't say how many there were.
So you're saying that that you have not seen any evidence
so
that
we've
there
seen
were,
multiple,
and so you
we've seen
assume
multiple
that there were.
informants suggesting that there were. We know people were FBI informants who were asked.
Is there any evidence?
May I just finish this, and you can come back to question me.
But let me clarify.
I know it's very uncomfortable for you.
I'm going to clarify my
I know
question.
it's an uncomfortable issue for many people, but we have to do the truth.
I'm going to clarify my question because I want to make sure that you understand what I'm asking.
I understand this deeply, and I told you I was with you 3 years ago. I'm not there now.
Where is the evidence?
Yes.
Where is the evidence that the government had a plot, an inside job?
But no, I'm going to tell you what an inside job is because I'm not
violence on January 6th.
I'm not going to let you put words in my mouth. I'm going to put my words in my mouth. And I'm going to tell you what I mean by that.
Where is the evidence that the government was
let him
talk. Planning or executing January 6th?
No talking.
So I'm going to give you hard facts. And if I may, Abby, I know this is going to be a little uncomfortable, but we're going to go through this, and you can push
Just
back
waiting
on it
for
after
the
that.
evidence.
And you can push back on that. And let's do this fairly. Why did they suppress footage of now what's been released, 200 hours of footage of shooting rubber bullets into that crowd, shooting tear gas into that crowd? You didn't see that before. You saw what the response was to that. Now you see footage coming out of actually rolling out the red carpet for Capitol Police allowing people in.
Again,
right through the front door.
Vast majority of
that this should have been released before, Abby.
Mr. Ramaswamy, the vast majority of the footage shows police officers being overrun
and I want to talk about one more
by
case.
violent
this is really important.
riders. That's
I'm
what
going to give you some hard facts.
Of it shows.
So here's what entrapment is.
Cherry pick.
I'm not cherry picking. If I may finish, Abby. If I may finish, Abby.
Wow.
Examples.
To the contrary. To the contrary.
You know who
cherry picked?
examples.
You know who cherry picked? The government.
That is what happened.
The government cherry picked 12 hours of footage.
Yep.
When there was 200 hours of footage. So cherry picking was the government, not me.
Read the room, honey.
Release the whole thing. And let me just finish one thing too, because this is super important as a topic.
So
I think this is a civil libertarian issue of our time.
When we
Gretchen Whitmer's kidnapping. I want to be really clear on this because it's the same issue in the same FBI, same even part of the FBI. 3 people who were in an alleged plot to kidnap Gretchen Whitmer were acquitted at the end of trial because it was entrapment. That is, government agents put them up to do something they otherwise wouldn't have done. They gave them credit cards with spending limits of up to $5,000, encouraged them to buy munitions, plan something they weren't otherwise willing to plan. So much so, and I want people at home to know this, especially CNN viewers to know this, is that one of the jurors went to those defendants and apologized afterwards, gave him a hug, apologized, seeing what the government had put a poor guy up to who had to go to some Mexican restaurant across the street to get hot water. These people were exploited with credit cards up to $5,000, FBI agents, putting them up to a kidnapping plot that we were told was true but was entrapment. Same thing with the Capitol Police. People letting them in freely. Many of those people then being charged.
Ramaswamy, look,
the government cannot put you up to do something and then charge you for it. That's wrong.
Amen.
To the left,
I don't want to have to interrupt you. I really don't.
but I will.
Yeah, Rip Rap on the live stream saying, you can tell producers are in her ear shouting, talk over him, shut him up.
So, Joey, let me ask you this. If you were scheduled to be on her show in a couple days and you were also a political guy and maybe not on the same side of the world she's on, would this, after watching this, would you think twice about maybe I don't want to go talk to her? Or would you say, no, I just got to talk louder?
No, I think you just have to go into the lion's den.
Yeah.
Sadly. But you be prepared. And yeah, there are certain things where they now think it's my duty as a journalist. Your duty as a journalist? Who gave you that duty? You?
That was my next thought, yeah. And who also claims you are a journalist? You?
Yeah, well, people try to throw that label on me occasionally. I'm like, no.
Well, I know this.
It's almost as bad as university professors.
If the feds give me a credit card and
Usually
I know it's got a
awful
$5,000 limit, we going to strip club. We spending the feds' money right.
You know, it's kind of hard to make a point with any gravitas after you say something like that.
I'm just telling you. If you knew that a Fed gave you a credit card with $5,000 limit, what would you do?
You'd be like, and they kind of want you to go blow something up or buy bomb materials.
I know you're a Fed.
How would I buy Bitcoin?
That would infuriate them, Joey.
I'd buy a
You would
bunch
go to jail
and
immediately.
move it into a cold storage wallet.
You, my friend, would go to jail immediately.
Oh, well, I wonder how much like spy against spy action happens, where it's like the FBI doing an entrapment, and it turns out they entrap a CIA agent or an undercover cop.
The whole Whitmer thing. You're a Fed. You're a Fed. Hey, wait, we're all Feds?
No, but to this point, Tariq Johnson, you remember this name? I believe Tucker Carlson interviewed him not that long ago. But Tariq Johnson's a former lieutenant with the U.S. Capitol Police. He writes, sharing this video we just played for y'all, Vivek Ramaswamy got a lot right in this interview, says Tariq Johnson. I've been saying publicly for a year that J6 was not an insurrection, but not many people would listen. Ironically so, no one would benefit more than I if J6 was an insurrection, as I, Tariq Johnson, was the commander that ordered and led the evacuations of the Senate and the House during the J6 breach, after begging former Assistant Chief Pittman for permission to do so as she sat comfortably in the Commander Center watching the events unfold on CCTV while Chief Stephen A. Sun was obtaining National Guard approval and getting assistance from local law enforcement agencies. Pittman flat out ignored me, so I was forced to forge ahead with the evacuations without obtaining approval from her. 3 days later, I decided to call Senator Patrick Leahy of Vermont. Mr. Zuckerberg, who made this mean? Senator, we have billions of... Don't avoid the question, Mr. Don't make me get Dick Shelby on you. Right. He's a good friend. Anyway, 3 days later, I decided to call Senator Patrick Leahy of Vermont to report Pittman's malfeasance, and approximately an hour after I got off the phone with the senator, I was contacted by the U.S. Capitol Police Internal Affairs Section and informed I was suspended.
Yep.
The suspension lasted for 17 months, and I was under a gag order from the U.S. Capitol Police not to speak about the events of January 6th. This is the guy who led the evacuation of the House and the Senate.
How could they put him under a gag order? And what would have happened if he would have violated the gag order?
He goes on, he says, I was also required to remain in my house Monday through Friday from the hours of 8 in the morning to 4 in the evening and unable to step off my property without notifying the Capitol Police for fear of being disciplined up to and including termination during those 17 months.
That was going to happen anyway.
These are some of many facts.
Yeah.
The Capitol Police Chief, J. Thomas Manger, who is arguably the most corrupt politician in the country, was brought in to cover up. If presidential hopeful Vivek Ramaswamy would like more facts to disrupt the insurrection narrative, I, Tariq Johnson, will inbox his designated representative my personal phone number. God bless our country now and in 2024. Again, Tariq Johnson, former Lieutenant U.S. Capitol Police. The guy who led the evacuation without getting approval. He tries to report it. He then gets suspended. But, you know, CNN, I'm a journalist. I have to interrupt you with the... Not with the facts, with just the narrative.
I'd like to see who puts money in her bank account. It ain't just CNN.
Yeah.
She gets something from the DOD regularly, too.
Well, we got to hit a quick break here.
All right.
Be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Help solve unsolved crimes by watching Action 8 News. Look for our exclusive I-Team reports as we work with Central Alabama Crime Stoppers to solve murder mysteries and put criminals behind bars. Victims' families are counting on you to watch Action 8 News. Ever miss an Action 8 newscast? Catching up is easy with the free View It app. Watch the news live on your phone or see newscasts from the past 3 days. Download View It, search VUIT in your app store today, and stay on top of what's happening from Action 8 News.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back to News and Views in the afternoon. 272-9228. If you want to get in, but hold your horses, because on the phones we got Michael Cohen of
That's
Cohen's
right.
Electronics and Appliances. How are you doing today, Michael?
I'm great. How are y'all?
Doing very well, and I just want to say thank you so much to your team, in particular Michael Jacks, for the great move and install. He mounted that big old TV that you sold me, and it looks great. They even helped me move some extra furniture just to get everything set up in the room. I can't speak highly enough of like the expertise, how quickly they got that job done, and then also just how courteous they were. They're breeze to work with. I see why you speak so highly of the guy.
Well, he definitely makes us all look great. I mean, he gets out there, he's got the patience, he can take care of everybody. He's got enough sense to know if you had an issue, where it's coming from. Is it a Wi-Fi? Is it a TV? Is it a sound bar issue? Unlike a lot of the people that are out there that point a finger to everything that's not theirs, he'll point a finger to our stuff. But more importantly, he knows when it's a cable issue. And we're very blessed.
Yeah, he does great work, and I felt confident once I realized, okay, they really do have this. And, of course, if somebody's looking for, like, a big TV Christmas, what do you have on offer now there at Cohen's?
So, in the big TV world, you know, we have some nice Sonys. Sony has an 85-inch. Their 85-inch starts around $22.99. They do have a 75-inch that you can get for about $1,100.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, big jump for the extra 10 inches.
Yeah.
And in the world of Samsung, in the QLEDs, in their 85-inch, theirs actually have one at $14.99.
Oh, that's a good deal.
That's a very good
Yeah,
deal.
that's right.
Well,
So the unit that you have is way above these.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, they're still all good TVs.
Well, I'm still
We
loving
also,
it.
yeah. Let me tell you this that happened. David had a woman that called in bragging about us, said that she normally goes to Home Depot to buy her appliances. She needed a washer. They told her it would take a week. She called us. We talked to her at about 5:30 in the afternoon. And anyway, she had a washer within 24 hours.
All right.
Wow.
From us.
That's
And,
service.
you know, a lot of times we have more inventory than the big box stores. And I guess we're a little more agile, and sometimes we can move way quicker than they can move. And, you know, the other thing is with appliances, we're going to take care of you and service you and bother you. And that's what it's really all about.
And this is why y'all been in business successfully.
That's
so
right.
through the generations, over 65 plus years. Folks, you can always go to thinkcohens.com or give them a call at 277-8890. But I really encourage you to stop by that showroom, 2515 Eastern Boulevard here in Montgomery, open 9 to 6 today, 9 to 4, I believe, on Saturdays. And it would make my world if when you stop by, say, hey, I heard Michael Cohen himself on that radio show with those guys, Joey and Eddie.
That would be great.
Well, I appreciate it as always, Michael. Thanks so much.
See you, Michael.
Thank y'all. Have a great day.
All right, see you this afternoon.
Again, Michael Cohen there of Cohen's Electronics and Appliances. Oh, you're stopping by there.
Yeah, I got to pick up a little gift action.
Nice. Yeah. I like where your head's at. How about this? Let's hit our top of the hour break.
Okay.
And the final hour here on a Thursday. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. Americans picked up their spending from October to November as the unofficial holiday season kicked off, underscoring that shoppers still have power to keep buying. Retail sales rose 0.3% in November from October, when sales were down a revised 0.2%, according to the Commerce Department. Economists were expecting a 0.2% drop for November. Excluding car and gas sales, sales were up 0.6%. The number of Americans filing for jobless benefits last week fell as the labor market continues to thrive amid high interest rates and still elevated inflation. Applications for unemployment benefits fell by 19,000 to 202,000, according to the Labor Department. The Dow had 73 points, and the NASDAQ is down 8 points. This is SRN News.
Attention taxpayers. If you or your business owe the IRS back taxes or have years of unfiled tax returns, the IRS has green-lighted billions of dollars in tax relief to those facing financial hardship through its tax relief initiatives. If you have a delinquent tax problem and possibly facing wage garnishment, liens, levies, audits, or already in a payment plan, you may now qualify for significant relief. Qualifying and enrolling in this program could stop all collections, settle your tax problem, and may even reduce what you owe by up to 99%. Call the hotline at Tax Help USA to see if you qualify by dialing 800-476-0350. If you or your business owe at least $10,000 in back taxes to the IRS or state, you can now get the help that you need during these hard economic times. Call Tax Help USA to get your free tax assessment to see what you qualify for by dialing 800-476-0350. 800-476-0350. That's 800-476-0350.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, where dump truck drivers are in demand. Wiley Sanders is on the grow. We need dump truck drivers now. Call 855-77-9785.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. It's been a very quiet week so far, and sometimes in December that doesn't happen. For today, it will become mostly sunny. Temperatures not bad for December, 61 for a high today, mainly clear, kind of chilly tonight, low 37. Lots of sunshine on Friday, still dry, high in the upper 50s. Much of Saturday will be dry, but the risk of scattered showers returning by Saturday evening, Saturday night, and into Sunday. Upper 50s for a high Saturday, near 60 on Sunday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
At ASE Credit Union, financing your next adventure is easier than ever with rates as low as 5.25%. Apply online or visit your local branch today. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender.
ASE Credit Union. Your life, your goals, your ASE.
1819 News.
Despite the visit to Congress this week from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, U.S. Senator Tommy Tuberville says the attention and efforts of Congress should be focused on the U.S.-Mexico border instead. Tuberville says the situation at the border is a crisis and no other issue comes close, including sending more money and weapons to Ukraine. That was the purpose of Zelensky's visit to the White House and to Congress in the past 2 days. Tuberville says that Republicans now have leverage that they can utilize over Joe Biden and the Democrats in Congress when it comes to calling for money to Ukraine by insisting on border funding and policy change first. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Are you enjoying 1819 News? If so, consider joining 1819 News as a member. As a nonprofit news organization, we depend on the support of Alabamians like you. Memberships start out as little as $5 a month, and you'll get access to exclusive content only offered to our members. You'll be supporting independent journalism done by people who cherish Alabama values. Become a member today by visiting 1819news.com and clicking Become a Member. That's 1819news.com and click Become a Member today.
An inmate at the Elmore Correctional Facility has died after an assault by another inmate. The victim has been identified as 38-year-old Derek Martin. Witnesses say Martin got into a verbal fight with 50-year-old Antonio Thomas this past Tuesday, which then devolved into physicality, and Martin was then found on the floor with injuries. Charges against Thomas are still pending. A missing Montgomery man has been found alive and well in the state of New York. 66-year-old John Wright was last seen on November 1st in Montgomery. Police started to ask for the public's help in finding Wright on November 22nd and believe that Wright may have headed on a bus to Rochester. That is where investigators ultimately found the man. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Hi, I'm Ray Bowles from Travel Carpet. If you're looking for waterproof carpet, hardwood, laminate, vinyl plank, or ceramic tile, call us today for your free measurement.
The fall sale is on, and there's never been a better time to upgrade your floors. During Prattville Carpet's biggest sale of the year, find deep discounts on Mohawk flooring for every room in your home, plus interest-free financing with approved credit. Get new floors before the holidays with huge discounts. Visit PrattvilleCarpet.com or call 285-8117 today.
Travel Carpet, we're more than just carpet.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. The News and Views in the afternoon. Before we keep going here, this part of the program brought to you by Josh and Leslie Ryder there at Dillon Rings.
Christmas is coming up, folks.
And they have some amazing deals there for Christmas. Jewelry that is very much discounted. Doesn't mean it's bad stuff. It means it's amazing stuff for a steal of a deal, so to speak. And now, only 2 shopping weekends left before Christmas.
Holy cow.
Only 2, which is crazy how quick this entire year's gone by, but in particular this holiday season.
Right.
Like, it seems like it's been a blur as we hit Thanksgiving week, hit Halloween week. Yeah, and it's just been a whirlwind. But, folks, what you need to do, of course, you can always stop by 119 Brown Springs Road. Just take our word for it. They have amazing pieces of jewelry there for incredible prices. But if you want to first shop from home or while you're out and about, before stopping by 119 Brown Springs Road, why don't you go to Dillon Rings' Facebook page?
Or even their Instagram.
Go to their Instagram.
They got some great pages. They got a great stuff.
I'm looking at their Facebook page right now. There's a post from 3 hours ago. It says, "Unwrap the magic of the season with our dazzling bracelet collection." And they're showcasing these things on a tree, like ornaments, with ornaments.
Oh, yeah. They look gorgeous.
This Christmas, dive into the sparkle of emerald, sapphire, ruby, and diamond bracelets. Now all of them on sale from 10% to 50% off. You gotta hurry, though. The joyous savings won't last long. Make this holiday season unforgettable with timeless elegance on your wrist. And I'm telling you, folks, like this emerald one, I'd wear that.
Yeah?
That beautiful. That's freaking gorgeous right there. Wow, the sapphire one's very tasteful, too.
They do good work over there, Joey. I haven't
really
honestly,
incredible
after
stuff.
looking through all their stuff, there's nothing over there that I thought don't belong in a jewelry store. They've got absolutely gorgeous stuff. And even their watches. Don't forget about their watches.
And it's not the sales prices. Yeah, just the sales items. I've got a great inventory, watches, high-end jewelry, the everyday jewelry that, you might mess up a little bit as you go to the beach or something, but it still looks good.
That's right.
Of course, they can also do custom design, repairs, cleanings. They do it all there at Dillon Rings, so check them out today. Again, 119 Brown Springs Road, right here in Montgomery, just off Atlanta Highway. And be sure to tell Josh and Leslie Ryder that Joey and Eddie from News and Views in the Afternoon sent you. 272-9228. Now, going back to the town hall with Ron DeSantis.
Ronnie D?
Now, he was hitting Trump earlier, but this one's in particular, I need to set up a little bit.
Right.
Did you see the story about the Iowa State Capitol?
Yes. In the
where they had a satanic temple display.
Yeah, thanks to Donald Trump.
And it's because of Donald Trump, according to Ron DeSantis, and Kim Reynolds.
Oh, really?
The governor there in Iowa.
I did not know someone else came out and agreed.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's her state. And people are knocking her. They're like, well, I'm a governor. I don't control the legislature.
Please.
But here's the case Ron DeSantis is making. By the way, the display, it's like a Baphomet, but in tinsel. Like, it's...
Yeah, it's something out there, man.
It's...
I don't get that either.
Pretty perverse, I'll put it that way. You know, I'm not saying I don't have some, perverted thoughts every once in a while, but if you're celebrating, like, the devil himself...
Well, what do you expect, Joey?
But here's Ron DeSantis making the case that, well, it's Trump's fault.
It's interesting. I heard this, and then I was like, well, how did it get there? Is that even a religion? And lo and behold, the Trump administration gave them approval to be under the IRS as a religion. So that gave them the legal ability to potentially do it. So I don't know what the legislature, how they analyzed it, but it very well may be because of that ruling under Donald Trump that they may have had a legal leg to stand on. My view would be that's not a religion that the founding fathers were trying to create. But I do think that IRS ruling, I was really surprised to see that they did that.
I do wonder what is the test by the IRS? We need to get a legal scholar in here. What constitutes a religion? I mean, there's the obvious ones that have been around a long time.
Yeah, but it's kind of ironic that he's sitting over there knocking that when Scientology is also a religion and one of the biggest things that he has going on in his state. But he's going to point fingers somewhere else.
Scientology's shrinking, thank God.
Thank God, but Joey, they still got a huge grip.
Well, their headquarters is there, right?
Yes, in Florida.
Yeah.
And their ship, their Navy, is there.
Yeah, no, that is a weird group. I guess Tom Cruise is the most notoriety.
Will Smith too, I think. I mean,
is Will Smith a Scientologist?
I think so. There's so many that.
Man, that guy can't catch a break. He marries Jada Pinkett, that crazy backcrap crazy woman.
He's looking for salvation somewhere, and he ain't finding it.
He's choosing all the wrong routes.
Right. Somebody help the man out.
Hey, Mr. Smith, Will Smith. You need to rewatch Pinocchio.
Yeah.
And you know the part where they try to get him to go to Pleasure Island? Don't go to Pleasure Island. Like, that's the wrong approach. Anyway, now back to Vivek Ramaswamy. Now, this is quite good. Vivek was asked about, speaking of religion, his own faith and how somebody could trust him. I think this is a straightforward, great question from this person at the town hall. Let's all listen in together.
To Jenny Mitchell. She is an entomologist at Iowa State University from Boone, Iowa. She is a Republican who is currently undecided. Jenny?
Thank you. Thanks for being here, and thanks for coming to Iowa so much. We appreciate your visits.
Wait, Eddie, hold on. Why are you laughing?
That accent, man. I know we're Southerners and all, but that's...
I'm from Iowa.
Right. Straight out of Fargo.
Anyway, let's keep going.
Religion is a part of our Constitution and obviously a huge part of our country. What do you say to those who say that you cannot be our president because your religion is not what our founding fathers based our country on?
I would say that I respectfully disagree. And, I want people to understand this about me. I would rather speak the truth and lose an election than to win by playing some political snakes and ladders. I mean, if I wanted to map out my political career and really solve for that, I could fake convert. I'm not going to do that.
Amen to that.
Right, because we know a lot of people that would have done that or still will.
Sure. Well, and it's one thing that's always bugged the crap out of me, even before it became that politically, if you could call what I believe now politically sophisticated, but before I became really head deep into politics. I remember in high school, being a Catholic, Montgomery Catholic, and I can't remember what class, but they handed out the American Catholic Bishop's Guide to Voting, and the election upcoming. I couldn't stand it.
Yes.
Like, there was something about it that infuriated me.
Someone telling you, hey, you don't have enough sense, so I'm going to tell you who to vote for.
Right.
I get those too from organizations that I have to pay to be a member of, and it drives me insane.
Well, and also, I'll put it this way, folks. If I was the devil, I'd tell you I was a Christian.
Thank you.
Especially if I was trying to get your vote, not trying to save your soul.
I think we see that all the time, every day.
I think Vivek's saying very straightforward. I think he made the point on Twitter later, the X platform, that, hey, if this crowd that says I just say things people want to hear, you really think I'd be running as a Hindu?
True.
If that's how I was, but let's back it up, continue on.
I disagree. And You know, I want people to understand this about me. I would rather speak the truth and lose an election than to win by playing some political snakes and ladders. I mean, if I wanted to map out my political career and really solve for that, you know, I could fake convert. You know, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you about my faith. I'm Hindu. Now, I went to Christian schools. I went to St. Xavier in Cincinnati, and I actually have been on the board of St. X, except for a hiatus to run for president. And I can tell you with confidence that we share the same value set in common. I'll tell you about my faith. My faith teaches me that God puts each of us here for a purpose, that we have a moral duty to realize that purpose, that God works through us in different ways, but we're still equal because God resides in each of us. Now, I had what you would call not a traditional upbringing, but probably a very traditional upbringing. Right? My parents taught me family's the foundation. Marriage is sacred. Divorce isn't some option you just prefer off a menu when things don't go your way. Abstinence before marriage is the way to go. Adultery is wrong. That the good things in life involve a sacrifice. Now, are those foreign values in this country? I know it could look that way at times. You turn on the television, go to the movie theater, your local DEI training at a company or what they're teaching your kids in schools. That could seem a little unfamiliar. I don't think it's unfamiliar to most of us. I think those are the same Judeo-Christian values that I learned at St. X. When we get to the 10 Commandments, what do they say? There's one true God. Don't take his name in vain. Observe the Sabbath. Respect your parents. Don't kill. Don't lie. Don't cheat. Don't steal. Don't commit adultery. Don't covet. That's when it hit me. We share the same value set in common. There's another core teaching in my faith, which is that we don't get to choose who God works through. God chooses who God works through. So we get to the Old Testament a little bit further along. We get to the book of Isaiah. I don't know if many of you are familiar with that one. God chose Cyrus, a Gentile all the way in Persia, to lead the Jewish people back to the promised land. And so, yes, I believe God put us here for a purpose. My faith is what leads me on this journey to run for president. My gratitude to this country is what leads me. And even when we think about the founding fathers, I'm a fan of history, okay? I talked about Thomas Jefferson earlier. We'll stick to Thomas Jefferson. He was a deist, actually. Let's be honest about it. The left wants to rewrite our history and tell you he was a slave owner, an evil man. No, I reject that. But we're not going to have anybody rewriting our history. Thomas Jefferson was a deist. He made the Jefferson Bible. You know how he did it? He didn't believe in all the parts of the New Testament, but he took a blade, razor blade by hand, glued it together, and that made the Jefferson Bible, which we have today. John Adams wrote letters to Thomas Jefferson, actually became something of a Hindu scholar after he left. And so I think it's important to see our founding fathers three-dimensionally, not the way that they've been rewritten post-1990 either. And so, yes, would I be the best president to spread Christianity through this country? I would not. I'd be not the best choice for that. But I also don't think that that's the job of the U.S. president. But will I stand for the Judeo-Christian values that this nation was founded on, that I was raised in, even in the Hindu faith? Yes, I will. You're darn right I will. And as a young person, picking up on that strand from earlier, I think it's my responsibility to make faith and patriotism and family and hard work cool again in this country. I think they're pretty cool, and I think that's my job as your next president. And back to the First Amendment, we will stand for religious liberty in a way that neither Republicans nor Democrats actually have. That's what the First Amendment says. You get to practice your faith. Every pastor in this country gets to do his job without the government getting in their way. That's what I'm going to keep as the president.
So why are we having a hard time electing this guy? Is he not saying the right things?
No, he's Trump. Trump. Most of the people that would like Vivek are with Trump.
And but I don't think every Trump person would vote for Vivek. If Trump fell out tomorrow,
maybe not.
Without Trump going, you know what? Look, I'm going to jail. Vote for this guy. I don't think you'll get that much crossover.
No, it could be people who are just demoralized, and it's not. Even though he's great, he's not Trump.
Right.
Yeah, that definitely could be.
I think there's also, like it or not, there's also a large percentage that says that guy don't look like me.
Well,
like it or not, that's the world we live in, Joey. Maybe not your generation.
Well, I don't insist that everybody look like a Pollock that I vote for.
No. It's not the Pollock they're looking for. But he doesn't look like me. He doesn't look like somebody that was born in down home Columbus, Ohio, for that matter.
Yeah.
Because the world's changing. America's changing.
And also, let's be blunt, as good as that answer was, and I thought it was a remarkable one, when you say, I'm not a Christian.
That affects a lot of people.
That's pretty disqualifying in a lot of people's minds. So, of course, we could be like, what kind of Christian are you? Which is always a lot of fun. I remember the letters my Catholic priest uncle got when he first was ordained and started serving here in Montgomery.
Yeah.
It's not too late for you to actually be saved and see the true face.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's interesting. There are people on the left who claim to be Christians. It's almost like Christianity, especially since the Reformation, has become about one's own conscience and insights, reading the scriptures directly. And guess what? That's allowed religion, especially Christianity, to flourish behind this wall of separation that gives us the freedoms we have. But it also creates some messes where you go, that ain't the faith I was raised in.
Haters are going to hate, man.
But we'll see. We'll see. I just like that such a young man, he's only 38, right?
Yeah.
Is this high profile and still in
Me
this
too.
thing.
But I'm telling you, I just am having the flashbacks of Ross Perot.
Yeah.
And I hate that. I really hate that because I'm a Trump guy right now. Trump's my guy. I hope he's in it to the end, but Vivek's right there. If there is no Trump, I'm a Vivek guy.
Now, we've been ignoring a lot of the comments, but we're getting plenty of comments today here on the live stream. And let's see.
Got any positive comments?
Positive? Well, there are a lot still making fun of how fat we are.
I'm not fat. I'm big boned.
But Michael Victor says, hey, when is Katie Britt going to cry for our Constitution? She just crapped all over.
Ooh, good one. Good one.
Gumtown John says, right before Vivek writes Katie Britt equals privacy invader on the debate stage.
Well,
yeah, so the comment section
those
jumping
come
in.
with consequences, Joey.
Yeah. Well.
But you can't come up with nothing positive.
Yeah, I'm not finding anything too positive here. People going off on Scientology.
Yeah.
Spam Jelly says the Scientology crowd won the government golden ticket when they were recognized as a religion.
Very true.
And got the deferred status. They have the license to steal, granted by Uncle Sam. And Gumtown John says if they have that, the license to ill, granted by the Beastie Boys.
That's right.
I like these people. For one, Eddie, he's not a Christian, which is unfortunately, the point we were just making, negative for evangelicals. Gumtown John talking about Vivek Ramaswamy there.
Yeah.
So
he openly said, if you're looking for somebody that's going to lead people to Christianity, it's not me.
Yeah,
but
don't look for presidents to do that.
I was going to say, find a president, tell me a president in the last 20, 30, 40 years that has done that. That you said, you know what, because that guy's president, it led me to the church, or it led me to God, or it made my faith stronger.
Well, when JFK won before I was born, and he let the Pope run the country, I mean, that's why the CIA offed him, right?
I don't think that's the only reason, but
272-9228. Hey, this part of the program brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health.
Yeah.
And there at Montgomery Men's Health, they can help you men out with any of your unique problems to you as a man. They're reinventing men's health care here in the River region. In particular, they can get you a score.
That's right.
A score for your testosterone. And also a PSA test at the same time.
Which I like that idea.
PSA test is a great marker for prostate health.
Right.
Tracks a particular antigen. You want to be in a pretty standard range there. And especially if you're a younger guy, you haven't gotten to the finger wag.
This is a great way. It's not
Part
near
of
as
life.
invasive.
Right.
And honestly, I think that part right there keeps a lot of people from going to the doctor. So this, very efficient. They take a blood sample. What, an hour later, we got our results?
Oh, yeah. And it's only $99.
Yeah, $99, man.
And if you do have low T, they have treatments there that can truly change your life. Yes. And they have a whole schedule of treatments. It could be more of an oral, like every other day sort of thing. Could be a shot you get every few weeks.
Yep.
I think they still even have the outpatient surgery where it's like a pellet that's installed in you that slowly dissolves over time, which a pretty good option if you don't want to stop by for shots all the time.
Yeah.
So they have plenty of different ways they can help you out if you have low T. But after these treatments, most men experience higher energy, better gains in the gym, better mental clarity, improved sleep patterns. You might even notice an increased sex drive.
I like that, Joey.
Which is nice.
Yes, it is.
So call them up, 440-3663. That's 440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com and be sure to tell them, well, you heard about them here on News and Views in the afternoon. More news and views after this.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
It's Johnny from Sinclair's on Bond Road. We've been in business almost 30 years.
Sinclair's East, Vaughn at Taylor.
I think if you hadn't tried us, you should give us a try. We've got a great menu, offering anything from chicken fingers, wings, salads, fajitas. At lunchtime, we do great country lunch with different vegetables and different meats every day.
Sinclair's, where you get great sandwiches and our daily meat and 3 special at lunch, to great pasta, chicken, steaks, and seafood for dinner.
Our most popular items are, we got a soup called she crab soup, which is extremely popular. We've got a bunch of pasta dishes, which people love. Mediterranean chicken is my favorite.
Sinclair's.
We do live music, light stuff on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then on Fridays and Saturdays, maybe 3-piece bands or 4-piece bands.
Come see why Sinclair's has seen lesser restaurants come and go over the years. Johnny Sullivan Sinclair's, 25 years and going strong. At the corner of Vaughn and Taylor. Find them on Facebook at Sinclair's East. Google search Sinclair's Restaurant. Sinclair's.
This is Randy and Tammy Burkhalter at Prattville Farm Center.
Hey, Randy, you know we've got a lot of gift ideas for those hard-to-buy-for folks, especially with the new gift shop at Mama's Produce.
Well, Tammy, what about the chickens, dogs, horses, and cows?
We've got gift ideas for them, too.
But remember, the greatest gift is free, the gift of a Savior, Jesus Christ.
So from Eddie, Steve, Paige, Reese, Jacob, Jimmy, Moo Mammy, Tammy, and Randy.
Merry Christmas.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values. This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number 1 in the number 2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
The River Region's first and only News Talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Joey Clark.
I'm telling you what, Eddie, this comment section, I'm not even going to put these up on the stream. They're out of control. But if you want to start participating in the show, not through phone calls, but through comments, just like and subscribe on YouTube or on Facebook or even the X platform.
Right.
But Joey Clark Live on YouTube.
Like and subscribe.
Smash
it's absolutely
that like
free.
button,
And after you do it a couple of times, you will start getting the reminders. I get them on mine now. In
Nice.
fact, I got one the other day said you missed Joey Clark Live.
All right.
Oh, I've never had that before.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell my TV, but I wouldn't listen. I was actually on it, but it didn't listen.
Let's go to the phones, talk to Eric the dog.
Hola.
What up, dog?
What y'all doing?
Hanging in here like a hair in a biscuit.
I heard you. I got to get in them comments. Sounds like my kind of party.
Oh, it is your kind of party. It is. Very lowbrow.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's me.
Yep.
I know. All my friends are in low places.
Yeah, buddy.
What's up, big man? I'll talk to you in a minute. Hey,
All right, we'll catch you later.
No, hey, I love you guys. Where are you going? Jeez, you guys, you're hurting my feelings.
Oh,
Stop.
come on, Eric. We know you better than that. You left your
Right.
feelings a long time ago.
What good are they?
Right.
Hey, so this whole, I know the answer to this, But what is this whole Biden Hunter thing to do? They're gonna ambush us with a surprise Democrat, right? That's what's gonna happen, right?
I think it could be going that way. Some Democrats are going to put up a good defense for the Bidens, but behind the scenes, you got to wonder what's going to be actually let through. I don't trust the Republicans to actually stop squad. But if certain big players within the Democratic Party behind the scenes decide, let's let Joe go, given like the latest battleground numbers showing Trump's lead.
How do you hold on to him at this point?
Yeah,
Even
places like Wisconsin,
Well,
Georgia,
right.
like Trump's kicking his butt. So, yeah, who knows where it goes.
I think they're going to take old Biden out to pasture there and shoot him. And because he's old and senile, if they put him in jail, he won't even know it, and he gets to take the bullet for all this stuff that they've been doing. They're going to dump a bunch of stuff on him.
Well, here's a short clip. This is what Jim Jordan had to say after Hunter Biden did his little press conference yesterday.
Oh, yesterday, okay.
I would just point out that I've had a chance now to review what Hunter Biden said in his press conference, and I think he made an interesting statement. He said his father was not financially involved in the business. And I think that qualifier, the word financially, is important because, once again, it shows another change in the story. First it was no involvement, then no, I never talked to anyone, and then we find out about the dinners, the meetings, the phone calls, and everything else. Now it's okay, he wasn't involved in the business financially. I think that is important. It's one of the reasons we want to talk to Hunter Biden. Second thing I would say is this: in a few hours, I think the House of Representatives is going to pass the impeachment inquiry, and that is an important step. If you talk to any scholars in this, I think we could proceed as we did under Speaker McCarthy, where he announced it. But this is an important step. The impeachment power resides solely with the House of Representatives. If a majority of the House now says we're in an official impeachment inquiry as part of our constitutional duty to do oversight, that carries weight. That's going to help us get these witnesses in.
And they did that exactly. The House now voted to formalize impeachment.
All right.
The impeachment inquiry into Biden.
Well, because I'm more than 3 years old, I remember a president being impeached twice.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't have a whole lot of hope for this. I think the Democrats, no matter what anybody says, I think the Republicans that are going along to vote with this are, I don't know, dude.
Well, and here's another one, Eric, that I know y'all will love. This is like the defense, one of the defenses. You know, it went from Joe just loves Hunter.
Yeah.
And now here's Anna Navarro. She is giving a different defense.
Loving father, very good father,
A very loving father.
supportive father. Look, did Hunter Biden influence peddle on his last name? Yes, he did.
Right. So she's finally
There you
admitting
go.
the truth. Oh,
There
wait.
we go.
Wait, she's not done. Hold on.
There's more?
Hold on.
So did half of Washington. People sitting at this table did it. Did Hunter Biden cheat on his taxes? Yes, he did. So
Actually, people at this table peddled on their last.
I did. I'm not talking about currently.
We just wanted to clear our names.
How do you watch that estrogen-filled crap? Oh, my goodness.
That hurts my ears, literally.
No, but I love that
somebody throw a
defense.
little
Well,
bit
of course they did it, but everybody does it in Washington. Then throw all the bums out.
I'm ready for that.
All right, then let's put a fence around it and quarantine that area and don't let them make any decisions for the rest of us.
I got some chain link fence. I'm ready.
I'm liking the new, you know how they changed the dress code for a little while for Fetterman?
Yeah.
We should go back to that, to the drawing table, and say all senators and representatives in the House have to wear burlap sacks, itchy ones. And patched on are all your donors.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, I think that would be a good look.
I'll put that, but I'm more for let's take this to the octagon. We can have the ring girls, and to get your point across, you have to go in there and take on your opponent literally. Or we can do one of those slapping contests. You know, we'll get the chalk in there, we'll get the little stands.
Those things are rough.
And whoever's standing the longest, you know, we can get one of those women. We get some of those female senators that are so pro-woman and want to see Title IX go by the wayside so that they can let dudes that think they're chicks get in there. We'll let them go in one of them slapping contests and see how many teeth they have left after they get in there with one of them dudes. I mean, girls.
Well, it's
No,
about
not
as
dudes.
dignified as what we currently do.
Correct.
But I appreciate it, Eric. I got to run, man.
All right, y'all.
Later.
Let's go to Joey from Prattville. Hey, Joey.
Gentlemen, how are y'all doing today?
Doing well. How are you doing?
If I was any better, I'd be a twin.
Oh.
Now, I want to change back. I want to change back on subject just a little bit.
All right.
All right.
I want to go back to this movie, the Obama movie thingamajigger.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Eddie, I need you to watch this movie, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Okay? You and I are kind of like, you're more the conspiracy theorist than our good friend Joey is. Whatever. He ain't got to believe it if he don't want to.
Right.
For years and years, I've always said that the government themselves put their fingerprint on different movies, and they do that as almost like an information bit. They tell you something they're planning. They tell you something that they've discovered. They tell you something that they've researched or whatever, because you can't let certain facts just all of a sudden become known to man. Mankind can't handle that. You know what I'm saying? Brain-wise, in my opinion. So that, like, they insert information. I watched this movie, okay? And the only reason I watched it, I walked in the bedroom getting ready to lay down for the evening, and the wife had it on. And it was already past the initial credits where it said that it was the producers were Michelle and Barack.
Right.
So I had no clue it was a Barack movie. And I was kind of on and off. And it's not just the hacking cars like the earlier caller. It touches several different points. Like there, and I hate it if I'm ruining it for anybody, but I'm gonna throw different things out there. This family comes upon another husband and another father and daughter. The wife is already gone, and she's probably went down in one of the planes, but the dad won't admit it, whatever. But when they find that little group and they get together, these people, if you pay attention, they have a daughter, and that daughter does nothing but want to watch TV. That's all she wants to do. But because TV service and all this is down, she can't access this show that's coming up, so she don't know what's getting ready to happen. That's the ill-informed society we have right now. Everybody's glued to a screen. Everything has a representation. The daughter of the guy that they end up, meeting up with, she don't trust this other family, which happens to be white. They're black. She don't trust them for nothing in the world, talks bad about them. That's the racial discrimination we have right now. The lack of trust between people. The father actually worked for the government, kind of. He was a financial advisor for a couple of different big wigs in the government. They all moved their money right before it happened and gave him a warning, but didn't tell him what was going to happen. All right? So you always hear the saying, follow the money. We're facing all this racial discrimination right now. We have people dumbfounded by these TVs and these phones and this Facebook and this social media. Everything ties together so well. But there's one thing I want you to pay attention to. Near the end, there's the woman and one of the kids, and they're walking out of the woods, and there's a clear view to the city, because they're outside the city, like, say, Prattville, Montgomery. They're in Prattville, and they're staring back at Montgomery, and you hear a fighter jet fly over. You hear the fighter jet. And all of a sudden, a bomb drops, and the town explodes. Okay? So there's actual invasions going on in the town. It's not just cyber hack. There's bombs going on. And I ask you this question. Do you think any other foreign government could put a plane across the top of this country?
Yes.
To drop bombs? That they can make it through the defenses?
Yes.
I don't think one could. I think that was
Remember
actually
that
an
balloon that
indication
dropped
it
through
was
here a
our
couple
own
weeks ago?
government. Well, I hear of the spy planes. They get close.
No, what about
You
that
know,
balloon that
we
rode
had the
by?
balloon. We had the balloon, but that's not that is not an armed aircraft.
Right.
Our government has capabilities to keep those down.
So, but
We
just
see
to give
them
you,
coming.
because we're running out of time here, Joey, but just to give back what you were saying, and by the way, the more I do this job, the more of a conspiracy theorist I suppose I become. Because what you're talking about with predictive programming or pre-programming, that's, I think it's very real. This is how people have predicted things themselves, and they're like, why do they keep bringing this up? Why is this the big theme now? And it seems like what they're trying to prepare people for is, you know, being disillusioned because of technology, distrust along racial lines or other ones, and thus the government might have to, you know, start going to war against its own population.
It's a very, very disturbing movie. If you actually watch it and just pay attention to the little hints they just give you all the way throughout it, even like the little pamphlet things that they drop. They find a pamphlet, but when they go to talk to somebody about the pamphlet, it's obvious it's Islamic writing on the pamphlet they have, but that dude says that the pamphlet they found in the other town had Korean writing on it. There's your misinformation. All the different ties to everything happening is very eerie. Very eerie.
Well, I appreciate the call and the recommendation, man, and we'll call again. Thank you, Joey.
Appreciate it.
Hey, how do you think
272-9228.
half cocaine gets in the United States?
Half the cocaine gets in the United States?
How do you think half of it gets here?
Probably up somebody's backside.
Via the aeroplanes.
Oh, yeah.
So what if they're going to let instead of loading up cocaine one day, they're loading up bombs?
Yeah, you could do things that are
Right.
not expected and so-called, hijacking terrorist methods. I get
But
his
to
point,
say
though.
to lay the blanket that people can't get into the country, that our government can stop a plane with bombs. If they don't know there's bombs on there, or the plane flies under the radar,
Yeah,
Just
well,
think-
but if
just think
people
about it,
can
that's
get
all.
through it, why are we spending all this money? Oh, wait, because we're all over the world, right? Yeah.
kind of an open agreement with folks. And not only that, but the Soviet Union passes by every so often. Their spy satellites pass by. Come on, guys.
Plus, yeah, the satellites are, everybody can see everything, yeah.
Come on, guys.
Hey, this is part of the program?
Yeah.
Brought to you by XI Repair. They've helped you out before,
They helped me
right?
out quite a bit. They'll probably help me out before Christmas is over, Joey, because I want to do some more editing with my video.
Oh.
And I don't want to use it on just my computer. I got a bunch of real estate crap on there. So I thought about having Jonathan price it out, build me a custom PC that I can do my editing on, my video editing. That way I don't have to worry about anything else. And I know, for one, that he does that really well, but I also know he's got a special going on for Christmas. For like $6.99, he can build you a PC.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Pretty good deal.
And, of course, starting at $6.99.
Right.
Depends on what you're going for. But if you do have a professional or a gamer in your life, yeah, it could be video editing like Eddie here. Or it could be, somebody wants to get the latest top-line game and have some fun with it.
For sure.
They can help you with that there at XI Repair. They also specialize in fixing smartphones, also laptop computers, desktop computers. They can really do it all, folks.
They can. And for
Data
Christmas,
recovery.
We got phones on sale. We got
Oh, incredible
iPhones,
prices on phones.
Samsung.
Yeah.
Brand new, or you can get an old remanufactured
Or
one.
how about those bundles, like where it's
That's
a
the
bunch of
good deal.
accessories that go
You
together?
get the case, the charging cord, and we talked about charging cords, and I'm as guilty as anybody. I bought so many charging cords from convenience stores,
All right.
only to have them fail me. And then Jonathan told me one day, if you got this charging cord from a convenience store instead of your Apple or your Samsung you're supposed to have, you got extra ports on there you probably don't even know about. Huh? People can steal your data. Huh? Did not know that.
So y'all check out XI Repair today. You can always go to xirepair.com. That's the letter X, the letter I, repair.com. Or give them a call at 777-1234. That's 777-1234. And be sure to tell those fine folks there at XI Repair that Joey and Eddie, those fools from the radio, sent you. Be sure to say it that way.
Yeah. You'll know who you're talking about then.
More news and views after this break.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Hi there, I'm Kim Williams with Alabama Home Mortgage. For years, I've been asking you to call me at Alabama Home Mortgage because there is a difference in mortgage companies. Did you know the current national average turn time to close on a mortgage is 48 business days? But not at Alabama Home Mortgage. At Alabama Home Mortgage, our average close time is 16 business days. That's a month faster than the rest. How do we do it? With over 60 years of combined experience in the industry. Our team knows mortgages. Our years of experience yield a better experience for our customers. Folks, time is money. Whether you're looking to buy or refi, don't waste time with another mortgage company, bank, or credit union. We close on time, every time. Give Alabama Home Mortgage a call at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com to complete an application on your time. Our fast turn time is just one difference that sets us apart from the rest. It's not just a slogan. Call Alabama Home Mortgage because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
This holiday season is about more. Not more presents and shopping, more you. That's why at Montgomery Men's Health, we're celebrating the season of connection. Connecting with your family, with true friendships, and with yourself. We're treating erectile dysfunction with the least invasive, most advanced treatment options. We've been the local support team helping men get that spark back. In the bedroom, on the job, at the gym, and everywhere life takes you. To celebrate this season of connection, we're giving away free B12 at our Montgomery Clinic with every office visit for those who medically qualify. Our commitment is to take care of men, because men who feel alive will change the world. Don't wait to experience the difference our team at Montgomery Men's Health can make. Do it for your career. Do it for your family. Do it for your love life. Do it for you. Because the most meaningful present you can give is a man who is fully present. To give the gift of you this year, call now, 334-440-3663, or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com to set up a consultation and lab panel today.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, owner of Smart Skin Med Spa and Salon. Are you looking for that perfect holiday gift? Get that special someone a gift certificate to use on the services they love. Smart Skin Med Spa and Salon, the only salon, med spa, and day spa located in the heart of downtown Prattville.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center in the Pepper Tree Shopping Center. We've used Blue Water Broadcasting for years, and we attribute our results to what they do for us. If you want results with your advertising, call Blue Water.
Radio works. It's as simple as that. Call us to find out how radio can work for your business. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Ernest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Ernest, 334-279-7431. Ernest Financial, LLC.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. We've been storm-free and dry for several days, but that'll change over the weekend. Tonight, mostly clear, kind of chilly. Overnight low temperature down to about 37. Lots of sunshine, but still dry tomorrow, Friday, with a high in the upper 50s. Much of Saturday will be dry with a high in the upper 50s, but the risk of showers returning by Saturday evening, Saturday night, and Sunday. Sunday's high near 60. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Web Bobo with Capital Tractor. We can't say thank you enough to every one of you who have made Capital Tractor one of the largest Kubota dealers in the U.S. It's because of you. We're honored, we're humbled, we're grateful. Kubota and Capital Tractor, Montgomery, Brundage, and Greenville.
Live, local talk. The River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back to News and Views in the afternoon. Now, this part of the program, again, brought to you by Dillon Rings. I'm telling you what there, folks, at Dillon Rings, Josh and Leslie Ryder got it going on. Not only do you have these amazing Christmas deals, only 2 weekends left, only 2 shopping weekends left before Christmas. So you need to get by 119 Brown Springs Road. If you're interested in seeing these items before you stop by, just go to Dillon Rings' Facebook page or Instagram and see what they have on offer. Just a couple hours ago, they posted these incredible bracelets, ruby, sapphire, diamond bracelets.
What kind of colors in there?
Just absolutely beautiful pieces, and they've got them from 10 to 50% off, as well as many other items they've been showcasing over the weeks. And, of course, they can also repair things for you there at Dillon Rings.
Right.
They can, of course, clean jewelry for you. Maybe you want to do custom design for Christmas. They can do that.
I remember every day when I see Sky and he shows me that ring, I remember the amazing talent that he has at Dillon Rings. I mean, Sky just said, hey, I got a little bit extra jewelry. What can you do with it? Bada boom, here you go. And it's an amazing piece, especially, I don't wear a lot of jewelry. I'm a guy. But when I see guys wear jewelry and it looks like Sky's, it makes me wish I did wear more jewelry.
Right. Josh Ryder, the guy's not just an artist. You go back to his lab, he's a mad scientist, too. He's brilliant at what he does, really a true talent. And that's why he's got a lot of respect around the community.
Oh, I believe it.
He's helped out so many folks in that regard. So y'all check out Dillon Rings today. Again, you can always go to DillonRings.com or look at what they have on offer on Facebook or Instagram. Or you can always call them at 215-3669. But I really encourage you to stop by that showroom, 119 Brown Springs Road, just off of Atlanta Highway, kind of where the old Fun Zone used to be,
Yeah,
folks.
buddy.
Platform's still there. Brings back memories to me.
Brings some memories to you, don't it, Joe?
But y'all be sure to tell Josh and Leslie Ryder that Joey and Eddie from News and Views in the afternoon sent you. I'm just seeing if there's anything breaking at the moment.
My heart.
Your heart over
Still
what?
thinking about Devin Duchess and how she did me wrong.
Oh, that love you had in Turkey?
Mm-hmm.
Or what is it now, Turkey? Or they've tried to change the name?
You know why? Because they didn't like people calling it turkey, because the bird turkey. These aren't they're nice people over there. Let's be nice. But yeah, her mom and then had a nice little penthouse. I thought, as a young guy, I could get to know her, and the world is my oyster. That I know that she had this pillow, and on the pillow she had all her boyfriends sign their name. And I remember the day she asked me to sign my name on there. I was like, "What's this?" And she goes, "Well, when I break up with my boyfriends, I have them write their name on my pillow." And then I realized she's dumping me. Yeah. I didn't get over that, Joey.
That is sad.
It was.
That bites, man.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see that the federal judge, Chutkan, paused the Trump January 6th case amid appeal?
Really?
Because the Supreme Court accepted it.
They did accept it.
They haven't made a ruling yet, so this could delay, depends on what the Supreme Court decides to do. This could delay any court case until after the election.
I don't know if I like that or not. I just because I've heard it so many times from both sides. Go ahead and knock all this crap out, get it out of the way before the general.
Here's what the Trump campaign had to say. This is a big win for President Trump and our rule of law as it derails deranged Jack Smith's rush to judgment strategy of interfering in the 2024 presidential election in support of Joe Biden's campaign. They waited almost 3 years to bring this hoax case and are now desperately trying and failing to rush it because they know President Trump is dominating the election.
Hard to argue with that, Joe.
Right. But, this comes as the Supreme Court has taken up a case that could severely impact the one against Trump. Here's what Breitbart News reported on Wednesday. The U.S. Supreme Court will decide whether a man involved in events at the Capitol on January the 6th, 2021, can be charged for obstructing an official proceeding in a case that could have significant implications for the federal government's prosecution of Donald Trump. The defendant, Joseph Fisher, was indicted on 7 charges after January 6th, but the charge in question is a count under a provision enacted after the Enron scandal for anyone who, quote, corruptly obstructs, influences, and impedes any official proceeding. Trump's allies argue that the provision was clearly intended to cover the destruction of evidence related to white-collar crime, and that the Supreme Court's decision to examine this issue is bad news for U.S. Special Counsel Jack Smith and the government's broad interpretation of the statute. Today was a bad day for Jack Smith and a good day for the rule of law, according to former U.S. Ambassador Ken Blackwell. Well, it's going to be an interesting year up ahead. I'll give you that.
So here's my next concern. How much do I trust the Supreme Court? Right.
We'll see. I like Gorsuch a lot. Of the justices Trump put up there, Gorsuch is probably my favorite, the most libertarian justice. But I do not trust John Roberts. I do not trust Brett Kavanaugh.
No,
by any means.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people. He became a hero because he kind of became a martyr from what they did. But Kavanaugh loves him some big government.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
But we'll see. Quick break.
All right.
Ray Bowles on the other side.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Dr. Pershing's Chiropractic Clinic now offers EPAT, body sound wave therapy, commonly used to treat plantar fasciitis, osteoarthritis, frozen shoulder tendinitis, and back pain. This non-invasive procedure does not involve needles or surgery, and results are seen within only a few treatments. Been in an accident? Dr. Pershing's Chiropractic Clinic on Vaughn Road in Montgomery also offers spinal decompression and laser therapy. He's been in the business for over 35 years. Log on to drpershing.net or call 334-676-1490 for your appointment today.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
The River Region's News Talk station. News Talk 93.1, WACV. News Talk 93.1.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. News and Views in the afternoon. Let's go right to the phones and talk to Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. Hey, Ray.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing?
Pretty good. How you doing, Ray?
Well, I'm also hurt. Did you know I got on the library board?
I saw your name on something yesterday.
Are you okay? Did you hit your head?
I can't even read.
Well, we know you can read a measuring tape.
Dad said in all his life he never thought he'd ever one of his boys would be on the library board of all things.
It's a Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle. That's right. The strangest, what was that show? Strange Things.
Yeah, Stranger Things. Yeah,
Stranger Things.
Actually,
yeah.
Strange Things.
It could be an episode of that. But you know what? I'm excited about serving the community again. It's been a while since I've done something like this, so it's just like you're getting back in politics.
Yep, that's all I can see, right?
Yeah. But you know what? It's going to be good. I think it's going to be really fun. It's going to be get in there and figure out. My main focus is going to be finances.
Okay, there you go.
What we can do to move, but it needs to be moved forward. When I was on the council, they always needed more money. It's the library; they need more money. So I'm hoping I can get there, figure it out, and be able to explain it correctly to the other boards to get them more money. So we'll see what happens.
Well, congratulations on that. You've been working hard today there at Prattville Carpet.
We have. We've been blowing and going today. It's been. I just told you, I can't believe it's 3 o'clock. Yep. Unbelievable. So, but hey, if y'all need the best buys on the floor, we still have a few days left. End of the month, the sale's gone. And I won't be able to offer these prices again. So call us 285-8117. We'll come out and give you a free measurement. Next thing you know, you got a new floor down. Just that simple.
Again, that number for Prattville Carpet, 285-8117. And when you call 285-8117, be sure to tell them you heard Ray Bowles on the radio show with Joey and Eddie.
And Bart said he's going to give you an extra discount if you mention his name when he calls.
There you go.
All right.
All right, guys. Y'all have a great day.
You too, Ray. See you, brother.
Well, we're pretty much out of time here, Eddie. Did we learn anything today?
This world's making me grumpy old man.
Yeah, you are becoming a bit of the kids these days. They have no work ethic.
None.
I just want to put a boot in their backside.
That's what they need.
You really are turning into that.
I know. I got to get some relief or something somewhere. I don't know.
How are you going to do that?
I don't know. I don't think I should say. I'm going to join Rich Thomas in the DR is what I'm going to do.
Or maybe you and I should take that trip to Tokyo.
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
I am so ready.
I need a passport first.
Yeah, well, I'll see you in 6 weeks.
How about this? Friday.
Yeah.
That's tomorrow.
That is.
Looking forward to that. And I believe we'll be kicking off the show with Thomas Gavan, who has been on the show before. He's running for, I believe, the appeals court here in Alabama.
All right.
But then after that, it's going to be kind of that normal Friday free-for-all. Yeah. So y'all tune in tomorrow. Again, Joey Clark live on YouTube. Like and subscribe.
Like and
Smash that
subscribe.
like button. Smash it. Smash that like button. And y'all stay tuned for Happy Hour with Greg Budell. He's next.